Jesus is the way and the life and the King of Israel.
Sorry about that. I thought it like paused, and that's usually when he makes his entrance. But I mean, he should be on here in a second. Just don't want to get hit with copyright over Falcons.
Who is they though? We can't say who they is, can we?
There is no.
That's it. This is usually when he makes his entrance. Got it. Is it?
Somebody does not murder
wow.
Charlie Kirk because they voted for Kamala
Damn.
Harris.
That was a fucking.
People do not stab young girls
This guy
on
just
trains
fucking-
because
he
they're
did that
born
on
black.
purpose too. I guarantee it.
People do not shoot Palestinians.
Bugger.
The canary
got to make his entrance. Usually goes down. I have 400 views already. Even started. Welcome aboard. Already know. Let's go. All right. Yeah. Take it. Never seen him. I've been watching him for months. Not one time is he.
Good evening, everybody. You're watching America First. My name is Nicholas J. Fuentes. We have a great show for you tonight. Very excited to be back here with you tonight on Thursday. We have a lot to talk about tonight. Lots to get into. Big show. We actually have a pretty slow news day. Slow day. Bored.
Tell us what you've been thinking about.
Bored. This is the worst month of the year. I hate January.
Second.
Freezing cold. There's no content. No news. Nothing's going on.
Holidays are
It's
over.
fine. Our featured story, we're talking all about Don Lemon. And I don't know if you guys saw, but Don Lemon and the left-wing pieces of trash in Minneapolis
Those people are
invaded a church
they had kids
over the
crying
weekend
in the
where
pews.
apparently one of the members of the church is an ICE field director. And so a group of left-wing protesters broke into the church, shut down the service, terrorized the people inside. And this is a violation of federal law. You actually do not have a First Amendment protected right to barge into a church and shut down a religious service. And it only makes common sense. If that were the case, it would be all-out religious war constantly. You wouldn't be able to have a church or anything. You wouldn't be able to have any kind of religious service for any religion because everybody would be protesting everybody else. And this happened over the weekend. The federal government has been outspoken and said that they are looking into federal charges for the protesters that did this. Among them is Don Lemon, the former host from CNN. He was a part of the group. He had prior knowledge of this operation. He was in attendance. He was a part of the group that broke inside. Well, despicable. The DOJ apparently was seeking charges against Don Lemon, but the judge refused to sign off. No charges.
What?
No charges. So they burst in, they shut down the church. It is a clear and unambiguous violation of the Ku Klux Klan law, of the FACE Act. It is a clear violation of federal law. He will not be charged at all. And I talked about this with Tim Pool on Monday. I went on Timcast Live with their crew, and we discussed this. And some of them are more pro-Trump than me. Some of them feel the same way. But I remember the conversation. Some of them said, oh, he's definitely going to face charges. They're definitely going to throw the book at him. There's a really good chance they're going to charge him. I said, they will do nothing. Nothing will happen. Because that's what this administration does.
That's their
nothing.
MO.
It does absolutely nothing. It doesn't punish its enemies. It does not reward its constituents. This administration does nothing.
Unless it's performative.
And there is no accountability. No consequences for these people at all. Renee Good was a fluke.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about it. That'll be our featured story. We're also going to talk tonight about the deal by the United States to acquire TikTok. And the deal has been finalized. Now the U.S. business, the U.S. side of the TikTok business, will be owned by a newly created private entity, which will be owned by a number of different investors, among them TikTok's original investors. ByteDance will have a stake in it. Oracle will have a stake. Bank from the Gulf will have a stake in it.
I would rather
And
China
we'll talk
had it
about
than
the deal,
fucking
but
Israel.
I think you already know.
I don't use it.
We've been talking about it for the past couple of years. It's pretty clear what has happened, and it is a coup. It is an institutional coup to install American pro-Israel forces inside one of the world's largest social platforms.
The most popular.
And that is really how you have to interpret events in society since October 7th, because it is happening everywhere.
Yeah.
It happened in the White House.
Miami.
It happened at Harvard. It happened at TikTok. It's currently happening at CBS News, Paramount Skydance. They want it to happen to
They're at war with us, pretty
Warner
much.
Brothers. All of society is undergoing a pro-Israel coup in the wake of this attack, and TikTok is no different. So we'll talk about the structure of the new deal.
Bastard.
Should be a pretty good show. Like I said, though, it's
So fucking
kind of a slow day. I mean, what is even happening in the world? Like nothing. I go on vacation for 2 weeks. Everything happens. I come back. Nothing happens.
For real, though.
I'm away for 2 weeks. We invade Venezuela. We're invading Greenland. We're bombing Iran.
Everything.
Some protester gets shot in the face. I come back. Nothing. A whole lot of nothing ever happens. Time for your daily nothing ever happens. A heaping helping of fucking nothing. It's very frustrating. Before we get into it, I want to remind you to smash the follow button on Rumble, smash the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the show. Check out our merch store, Fuentes.store. We have our America First hats. We also have our USA quarter zip. We have our brand new, custom, high quality USA quarter zip. It has a big USA logo on the front.
That's
and an American flag patch on the side. This is great.
Goes hard.
Just in time for spring, you know, when the weather starts to warm up a little bit.
I approve.
Perfect for the spring. Throw this on and let everybody know you're an American patriot. Let everybody know that you're a USA patriot. Check it out. This is a great. I'm told that a lot of people love this style. It's very hot right now, very trendy. So check it out. That's Fuentes.store.
Sharp.
Also, remember to check out our subscription website, AmericaFirst.plus, $15 a month. You get access to the entire archive, as well as MP3 format for every show, speech, debate, live stream, everything I've ever done. $100 a month, you get access to the group chat where I'm in there hanging out. With that, we're going to dive into the show. What else is happening? Continued fallout from the Clubacost. Clubacost day 6.
Right, the Clubacost, bro.
And I went into this a little bit the other night. And you know what really bothers me? I guess it doesn't bother me, but it's really fucking irritating. I'm going to pretend to not be bothered at all. I'm not bothered. It's just irritating. But you know what I've been seeing ever since this incident at the club over the weekend? It's this genre of outrage. I've been on Instagram, and I see there are all these really wholesome Chungus
I love how
Christian influencers.
Wholesome Chungus.
And they all have something to say. They all are so pressed. All on the soapbox. They're all up in arms. I see this on Instagram. I see it on TikTok. I see it on X. It's all these, like I said, wholesome Chungus, family content, Protestant influencers, and they all have
Christian
the picture
rock
of us in the
radio
club
station.
up on the screen. It's a bunch of them. I'm not singling anybody out. It's a bunch of these guys, and they're all chuds. They're all totally stupid NPCs. They're married, which is the end of the male life cycle. Okay, they are dead. Dead as men. Yes,
Great
dear.
so.
Yes, honey.
Right, so.
Yes, dear. Yes, honey. No, a real man doesn't do that. A real man puts his wife first.
Right.
A real man buys shit for his wife, exists to buy crap for his wife. Yes, honey.
You're supposed to take care of
So
your
I
wife.
see all these influencers.
Just to make sure she's happy.
And ever since the Clubacost, they put up the picture of all of us in the club and they're giving their little sermon telling everybody, I don't know why y'all follow these influencers. Do not worship these influencers with
They're
their
the
bone
devil.
smashing and their looks maxing and their clout chasing. Don't worship that, y'all. All y'all need. And it's like, hey, man, listen, pal. I don't come into your rock and roll Jesus Protestant rock concert and tell you how to
Jesus
live your
Christ
life.
Superstar.
Shut the fuck up. And you know what the grand irony is in all of it? Nobody's asking you to watch the content, okay? You don't like it? Don't watch it.
Straight up.
You don't like it? Turn it
well
off.
put.
It's on Kick. Most people don't even know how to find that. You don't like it? Put the phone down. But all these people, they give these big speeches and they say, you know, these influencers, all they're out is trying to get your attention. Stop paying attention to them. Stop talking about them. Stop looking at them. Hey, man, what are you doing?
Right?
You're
We're going to
doing
talk
the
about
same
you.
exact thing. You are giving us all the attention. We're all friends. I like all these guys. I like Clav. I like Sneeko. I like the Tates. I like Fresh and Fit. I've known a lot of these guys
And
for
they're not
years.
criminals.
I'm in town. We go to the club.
They're
We
not
had a
bad
big
people.
laugh. It's really not that deep.
They're just some kids.
Everybody's got something to say. It's a group of guys. We went out. We're live streamers. Naturally, we live stream it. You don't like it? Don't watch it. You don't like it? Turn it off. It's a group of guys. We're having fun. People say it's silly. It's stupid. It is. We're having fun. And then you get all these wholesome chungus moral police. You get the religious police, stuffy carpet munchers get up on Instagram, pulling up their pants up to their chest. Well, listen here, folks. Stop paying attention to these influencers.
pubes
Hey,
out of
man,
their
who's
teeth.
giving us attention? And by the way, you're doing the same exact thing. You are clip farming. You are doing the same thing. I hate that.
He's doing what I'm doing.
At least
he's
what we
riding
are
his
doing is
coattails.
honest. There's no pretense. We're not holier than thou. We're not haughty. We are what we are, whatever our flaws, whatever our shortcomings, our moral failures. And we go out and have fun, and it's just all smiles and cameras panning around. We're just dancing, drinking a little Red Bull. It's these other people, then they're in their living room. They're in their cream-colored living room with their wife standing off to the side, arms folded, hip out, with the cue cards. And you get all these Protestants with their big cross necklaces and the snapback. Y'all need to stop worshiping these influencers. Stop giving them attention. You're giving us attention. And you're clip farming us. You are reacting to it because everyone is talking about it, and that is going to get you more views.
Yep.
Your low IQ, inane,
They're riding his
asinine
coattails.
sermons,
They're doing-
your feel-good,
Everybody's
prosperity
doing
gospel fucking bullshit gets 3,000 views. You talk about all of the clout chasers, and you get 200,000 views. And everyone knows it.
Everybody makes money.
And everyone knows it. So let's just stop.
It's good business.
You make 5 sermons every day saying, hey, y'all, try being kind. Hey, y'all, try being a good person. Yeah, nobody cares. Oh, but now you're going to give a moral lecture. Now you're going to get on your moral high ground and finger wag. Men shouldn't go to the club and have fun. Men should be at home washing the dishes so their wife can watch Netflix. 200,000 views. So true. So true. I can't stand it. And what it comes down to is these people were not invited. These people have no emotion. They are not cool. They are not interesting. They are not smart.
He's right.
They're not funny.
Bitter.
You're a stiff. You are an unremarkable stiff. I see like Rylan Hollyhan put out a video. And the script was literally written by ChatGPT. Brylan Hollyhan put out his reaction today. Everybody wanted to know, what is the Fox News dweebs take on the Tates going to the club yelling Heil Hitler? And he does this chat GPT-ass script saying, hey, y'all, let's grow up and mature. Y'all are worried about body counts and clicks. Y'all need to worry about being mature. Shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you. What are you, 19? What are you, 13? Grow up. I can't stand that. I've been seeing half the content has been like, oh, it's aura. Oh, this is the craziest blunt rotation ever. Oh, that's crazy. I can't believe Clav assembled the Avengers. And then I really have been seeing a lot of it on my timeline.
It was.
Some people I've seen before, some people I've never seen before, but it's all the same genre. It's and you know, they're always coming up with a new vocabulary. Me, I'm Catholic. Okay. I'm Catholic. I'm Christian. Protestants are always coming up with these new vocabulary words. It's always getting more and more granular or something. So they'll say, I'm a Bible-based Christ follower, kingdom advancer. It's like, okay. So what does that mean? Are you a Baptist? Like, in English, please. Well, I'm a Bible-based, Christ-following kingdom advancer. We're expanding. Okay, yeah. Well, so what denomination is that? Protestant. Got it. Thank you. You say, what denomination are you? They're like, I don't like believe in denomination. So you get one of these types of guys in the dry fit t-shirt, the big necklace, the hat.
The dry fit.
Wife off to the side. You're totally mid-wife off to the side, hands on the hips.
Oh.
Good job, honey. You really stuck it to him. Gosh, I can't stand that. Anyway, so I just want to throw, like I said, it's a slow day, so I'm throwing that out there. I don't even know these people's names, but I see them on
Bro, his riffing is
Instagram.
Goat.
Pointing the finger, hey, man, you guys need to stop having fun. A bunch of guys went to the... And what's funny about it, too, is we went to the club. I don't even really think I saw too much degenerate behavior, honestly. Yeah. We went for like an hour. Hookah. Nobody got drunk. Nobody was being really...
No crimes.
Nobody was exposed or doing anything really sexual. We really went, aura-farmed, and left. And people are, oh my gosh, a group of guys went to the club and they played a song. That's not mature. That's not what we need. That's not Christian. Oh my gosh.
It's a fucking song.
Lighten up. That's why I'm really being pushed back into edgelording. And I'll tell you why. I've seen a lot of people, like I talk about the Epstein stuff. And, you know, the other night I said I want to marry an OnlyFans girl. I really feel compelled to antagonize these people because our side has become it's become such a drag. I said this last year too. It really feels like our side has become a total drag. Like you cannot do anything anymore. Anything. You cannot have a different opinion. You cannot express a contrary thought. You can't make a joke without all these schizophrenic Gen Xers saying, oh, wow, you're a hypocrite. Oh, wow, you took the paycheck. Oh, you're a clone. People said I'm a clone. I saw somebody say that because I came back from my vacation with a beard, they said I'm a clone. I'm a body double. That's how bad it's gotten. You express a contrary opinion. You say, I don't know. I like the idea that America kidnapped a dictator. And people go, he's a clone. He's a clone. It's a body double. It really, it feels very restrictive. I feel suffocated lately by my own side. And when that happens, I just feel the need to just say,
scare all the roaches away.
Buck that, have to be able to think freely. The chuds are suffocating us. The right wing has become more popular. And as it has become massively adopted, now that you see 4chan memes and memes from right-wing Twitter from 10 years ago, now you see them in common parlance. The mass adoption of this stuff has made it normie chud central, and now it's just suffocating. So you get this kind of crap.
It's like the woke right.
So that's just...
but the irony is, it's not us that they said we're the woke right. It's them. It's the Israeli agents.
Some thoughts on the current the current situation, the current zeitgeist. I look at all this
Like,
stuff.
even
and I'm
Megyn
like,
Kelly
okay,
is
so what are we
against them now.
supposed to do? Everybody wants a show where every opinion is completely predictable. All these right-wing chuds, they want a show where everything is totally predictable. You can predict everything I'm going to say. I'm here to reinforce your previously held convictions. I'm here to reinforce all of our prejudices, reinforce all of our, conventional ways of thinking. Like, example, today, this is really bad. Now, this is kind of a different subject. So there is this new thing going around. There's a prompt on Grok, the XAI. There's a prompt on Grok where you put in a certain, I don't know what the script is, but you put in this prompt, and apparently Grok will tell you how censored you are. Have you seen this?
Whoa.
People are putting in this pre-made prompt
That's wild.
with their username, and Grok is going to tell you how censored you are.
How much
it's
they've
going to give you a readout
tweaked
of
your...
this is how Twitter is censoring you. This, you're 99% censored. This is how your reach is being suppressed. These are the different ways in which Twitter is suppressing your content. Have you seen this?
Dude.
That is fake.
Oh, okay,
That
cool.
is fake.
Yeah.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but that is not how an LLM works.
No.
Okay? An LLM, Grok XAI, does not have access to the Twitter backend. And if you actually read these reports, do you know what some of them say? Some of them say that your JQ index is 85%. Your JQ index.
Right? Oh, that's a standard,
Some
huh?
of them say your noticing
Get the fuck
index
outta
is
here.
55. Your noticing index. Do you know how a large language model works?
It's all...
Do you know how Grok
it's a
works?
stored
Do you
model.
really believe that
Doesn't even have access
on
to
the
internet,
back end
really.
of the Twitter website, they are scoring you based on how red-pilled you are on the Jewish question? Stu Peters has a 75% on the JQ index. Jake Shields has a 55% on the JQ. But I don't even think they read it. I don't even think they're reading it. And I see this on Twitter. Everybody's posting this. And all of these anonymous posters with check marks, what is even that? All of these slop accounts are all posting it and reposting it. Screw this. I can't believe this. The more censorship. Wow, I guess Elon's a hypocrite. That's not real. That's called a hallucination. That's called an AI hallucination, and it happens all the time. And if you press Grok, it will say, I'm simulating what this would look like. It's not real. But everyone is posting that because no one cares about the truth. No one's even reading the stuff. No one cares if it's real or not. No one's doing their due diligence. It's all just about churning out slop
and rage
that reinforces our worldview and
gets us all riled
engagement.
Up.
Every day, people are looking for crap to throw up on the timeline to get their 10,000 likes, to get their 1 million impressions.
Has everybody else noticed that Twitter, it like changes, it has like a theme every day where all you see is whatever, like it's either all Israel but it's like a theme every day. Every post is the same.
They say, how am I going to complain about this today? How am I going to, and it's like a reinforcement thing. It's like a machine learning thing. If you are getting positive reinforcement from posting the same kind of content every day, and you're getting the numbers and you're getting the growth, it is literally training your brain. And every day you are retreading that neural pathway and saying, okay, I'm going to throw up the same tweet and the same tweet and the same tweet every single day. Oh, this thing, am I going to read through it? Am I going to take the time to verify if it's real? Do I even know how an LLM works? No, that doesn't matter. It looks good. Let's ship it. And then the other thing I saw today, because this is part of a pattern. So remember yesterday I said I support the U.S. acquisition of Greenland? I said, we talk about Iran on the show. That's very clearly a war for Israel. We talk about Venezuela. That's a little more ambiguous. You can make the argument, but I don't think it's convincing. I said, how are they going to try to make Greenland about Israel? Because Greenland isn't even a country. And they're not pro-Palestine. I said,
And
so
Frank
how are they
died
going to
in
make
Denmark,
Greenland
so.
about Israel? Like what? Sure enough, what do I see on the timeline? They found a clip of Netanyahu. Nobody knows the context. Nobody knows where it's from. But Netanyahu literally said Greenland. He said, there's this map and we're going to do something with Greenland. Ha ha ha. It looks like he's making a joke, but you can't even tell because it's a 10-second clip from an event that no one even knows where it is. It's from like 10 years ago. And I see all the usual suspects are saying, oh, there it is. And there you have it. There you have what? He said the word Greenland.
There you have
what? Okay, so yeah, I guess now that's part of the whole conspiracy too. Do we know the context? No. Do we know what he's even saying in the sentence? No, it's a 5-second clip. But he said the word. I guess that's good enough. Throw that in there too. Just keep throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks. It does not matter. Who cares if it's true? Who cares what he meant? Who cares if there's any evidence? Hey, just throw it at the wall. Let's just keep reinforcing and reaffirming what we think is true about everything. Every question has the same answer. Let's just keep pressing the button, input-output machine. And it's very discouraging. And me as somebody that is interested in ideas, and me that's somebody that's interested, I'm trying to understand reality. It's very disheartening to see that. And I know other people feel similarly. I've been saying this for a few weeks. But anyway, so we've reached sort of like a frustrating part in the adoption curve of our ideas. And I wondered throughout last year, what does the world look like? What does the conversation look like in a world where I'm mainstream? Because it's such an uphill battle for so long. We're swimming upstream, encountering so much resistance, fighting so hard. And so you say, what happens the day after? After I am mainstream, a household name, after everyone is at least open-minded about this issue, or even maybe leaning in my direction, what does that look like? How do you adapt to that new environment, and what are the new challenges? And I think this is sort of it, which is how do you refine it and really turn it into a governing ideology? Because it does have to graduate. We were in a position for so long where we were looking for exposure, mass adoption, get the word out by any means necessary. Just get the word out. Just make as many appeals, as many arguments, generate the narrative, put some stuff out there. Just try to get it open. Try to crack it open. Well, now it's wide open now, and I've been saying it all year. I think now it's time to refine and graduate, and we really need sound arguments, fact-based, sourced. It needs to be perfect. It needs to be a solid foundation to build a worldview, and then that's the basis for the political movement. But I know now it's just sort of like crabs in a barrel. Everybody's trying to chase the engagement farming. There's really no core ideology. There's no real movement. People say it's a movement, but people flip on each other over nothing all the time. So anyway, just some thoughts on how things are progressing, but I guess those are two different topics. The first thing, which is these, the Protestant thing, and then this JQ stuff that's going on. Both very irritating. It sort of bothers me, but we're going to move on. We're going to get into our news here tonight. Our featured story, it's all about something completely different. We're going to talk a little bit about this Don Lemon situation. And to be honest with you, this whole story to me just feels like boomer bait. When I went on Tim Pool, they're like, we're talking about Don Lemon. I'm like, Don Lemon? Honestly, who cares about Don Lemon? When I find myself talking about Don Lemon, I feel like I'm in a Florida retirement community. I feel like I'm in the Villages. I feel like I'm with some people whose brains have been damaged from so much sun exposure in Florida. They got a boat, and they're part of the Trump flotilla in like Tampa or Clearwater or something. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about Florida retiree boomer Trump supporters, brains melted by the sun. They're on their boat and they're like, fake news CNN, Don Lemon should be arrested. You're like, where am I? What am I doing? What am I talking about? But here we are. And our featured story is all about this big protest that occurred in Minneapolis. So as you know, Minneapolis has become a flashpoint for this conflict between ICE and left-wing protesters after the expose by Nick Shirley of Somalian welfare fraud in Minneapolis. Homeland Security has deployed all sorts of resources to the city to investigate. And get a load of this. This is amazing, guys. This is amazing. DHS has been in Minneapolis for 6 weeks. They have arrested 3,000 people. Okay? Homeland Security has this big visible presence in Minneapolis.
That's crazy.
Kristi Noem is there in the costume. ICE is
with
there.
their fucking lip gloss on.
DHS, law enforcement is there. The National Guard is there. And they're making this big demonstration of force. It's sensational. And that's why Renee Good died, right? Nick Shirley does the video. There is this call to action that the Trump government must deploy federal law enforcement to get to the bottom of this, investigate the welfare fraud, investigate the Somalian community. They go there. There's a huge presence. They shut down the city. A protester gets shot in the face. Antifa is rioting outside and inside the hotels in the city, wearing their costumes, blowing their whistles. You know how many people got arrested in Minneapolis? 3,000 in 6 weeks. You know how many people that is per day? 70. 70 people per day for 6 weeks. All that for that. Renee Good got shot in the face. These hotels are being destroyed. There's another riot in Minneapolis. We're sending in thousands and thousands of ICE and National Guard. 72 arrests per day.
True.
Do you know that if you arrested 72 people per day for a year, you would arrest 25,000 people? You know, there's like 80,000 Somalians at the low end in the city of Minneapolis. So you wouldn't even arrest half of all those people in a year in one city if you did that every single day. All that insane. For that. That's your mass deportations. That's your golden age. Law and order, like, okay.
They're going to push us so far that we're just going to take
72.
over.
What's the excuse? Honest to God, what is the excuse? And by the way, it will not go on for a year. This will be wrapped up soon.
Very soon.
Operation Midway Blitz in Chicago, it lasted like a few months. How long do you think this operation in Minneapolis is going to last? It's not going to last more than a few months. How many people are they going to wind up arresting? 10,000, 5,000? If that, if you're lucky? What is the excuse from the administration? Honestly, and I see all these Trump supporters, they say, well, it's better than nothing. Well, it's better than the Democrats. Well, it's a start.
No, because that's accepting it. You got to bitch about it.
No, it really isn't that much better. I don't even know if it is better at that point. Is it even worth the effort? What is it actually? Why is that worth even anything at all? Because you diminish the population by a few thousand.
It'd be better to leave
and you
them
know
here
how
to
this
shit
stuff
where
works.
they
If they arrested 3,000, how many of them are actually going to even go to jail? How many of them are actually going to be prosecuted? How many people are actually going to be sentenced to jail time? Probably a fraction of those 3,000. So you're arresting 72 per day. Out of that, maybe half of them are even going to be prosecuted. Maybe half of those are going to see jail time. Seriously. What was it all for? All of it. All of this. People wearing MAGA hats, getting punched in the face. the vaccine, the COVID lockdown, the summer of love, January 6th, the charges. So you could go to one of the worst enclaves of third worlders on the planet. You got them dead to rights. Dead to rights. They stole $8 billion in 7 years.
19. Are you kidding me? It's almost 20 billion.
Public opinion polling shows people support law enforcement operations in the city. You're going to wind up prosecuting 500 people. That's what it was all for? Now, add insult to injury. So this fraud gets exposed. DHS comes to town. They barely arrest anybody. But what you've done inadvertently, because there are second order effects, there are knock-on effects. Another word, there are unintended consequences. For every action, there is a reaction. You send DHS into the city. You arrest hardly anybody. But what you have done in the process is you have activated. That's the operative word. You have activated the left. What does that mean? You have incensed them.
BLM.
They're angry.
BLM
They're
2.0.
emotional. They are compelled to demonstrate. They are getting organized. They are getting in the streets. They are rallying by the hundreds, by the thousands outside the federal government building in Minneapolis. And they are out there in the freezing cold on weekdays, on weekends. They're there breaking into the hotels. They're there setting up an autonomous zone where Renee Good was shot.
It like the Gestapo.
Marching down the streets in the day, at night. And what did they do at this church in Minneapolis? On Sunday, they stormed a church with Don Lemon, where apparently one of the members of the congregation is an ICE field director. They stormed the church, and this is a story from the New York Times about it. The DOJ came out and said that they would prosecute those people. This is a violation of the law. People have civil rights to be able to go to a religious service without being subjected to a disruption or a trespass or some kind of political demonstration. This is a violation of federal law. The DOJ said we're going to prosecute everybody. Well, they failed to get Don Lemon. They tried it. They failed. This is the New York Times. It says, quote, a federal magistrate judge in Minnesota rejected an attempt by the Justice Department to charge disgraced former CNN host Don Lemon over his participation in Sunday's invasion of a St. Paul church service by anti-ICE agitators. Lemon was part of a group of dozens of demonstrators who disrupted Sunday worship at City's church. A source familiar with the matter told the Post that Attorney General Pam Bondi was enraged by the judge's decision not to sign off on the charge against Lemon and added that she was heading to Minnesota herself. Oh, well. If she's going there herself, that's how you know she means business. Bondi announced earlier on Thursday that 2 local activists had been arrested over the disturbance. Nikema Levy Armstrong and Chantil Louisa Allen, a local BLM member and a member of the St. Paul Public Schools Board of Education. By the way, let me tell you something about these people. They are the fucking enemy. I know it's really trendy on our side of the internet to say that left and right is just a distraction. Let me tell you something. It isn't. It isn't. If you live in a red state, in a red city, you might have the luxury of thinking that. You might have the luxury of feeling that way. If you have never been harassed, if you have never been intimidated or preyed upon by the radical left, then you have the luxury of thinking that. But these people, a BLM chapter leader, a school board leader, a teachers union member, if you live in a blue state, you know what I'm talking about. You live in Minneapolis, you live in Chicago, you live in New York, you live in a blue state, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These activists, these pieces of shit, local Democrat activists, members of the Democrat machine in your blue city, you know these people are subhuman. These people are urchins. They are scum. And you know they hate you. They hate the taxpayer. They hate white people. They hate your children. They are deadbeats. And it is like their life's mission to extract resources from the taxpayer, the largesse, the amount of corruption, the amount of welfare, these public unions, teachers union, Board of Education, whatever, these kinds of people, they are degenerate, they are welfare queens, they exist to extract resources, they exist to go to demonstrations, they exist to elect community activists, community organizers to city positions and other local powerful positions.
And to literally erode and chip away at our fucking country, man. That's what those people
to
do.
enforce race communism. That is what they are in the business of. It is straight up race communism. They are militant, pro-black, pro-indigenous, POC. They hate white people. They hate Christians. They hate the suburbs. And they exist basically to destroy white neighborhoods, take money from white neighborhoods, corrupt white children, and ruin the city. It's a collection of the ugliest, stupidest, biggest mediocrities in the world. And you look at the kind of stuff that they get into in their community forums, their DSA chapters, their Facebook groups, whatever. It's straight up race communism. It's like workers of the world unite. It's
against
red flag,
white people.
Literally red communist flags, black power fists, inclusivity flags.
Dude.
Pro-tranny shit, pro-gay stuff, protect immigrants, protect illegals. I think people forgot. I think people got so caught up in virtue signaling about the Jew stuff. And don't get me wrong, I mean, there's no bigger, Jew critic than me. But people got so caught up in that, they forgot maybe what we're dealing with. I never forgot. I wasn't allowed to forget. I came up with that. Because I live in the suburbs of Chicago, dealt with that my whole life, saw it happening my whole life, in the news my whole life. They have ruined our city.
Oh, man.
They are killing our state because of this stuff, because you have these degenerate scumbags in the teachers union.
Teachers unions are
these
scum.
aldermen in the city of Chicago. They have stolen and looted, and they have ran the city into the ground. Now we have this black power mayor. They have ruined what was a working class white city. They have ruined what was a Republican state.
Shit.
And these are some of the worst people alive. These are some of the worst people walking the streets, and they hate you, and they are your enemy. If you have any kind of traditional politics, conservative politics, you're even just like a regular normie Trump supporter, they want to wreck your life. Okay? Just so you understand. So when I read this stuff, it's like ding, 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 a BLM activist. And who's the other one? A St. Paul Public School Board of Education member. Her name is Nikema Armstrong and Chantel Louisa. You know what flavor that is, okay?
Chantel.
We know what that looks like.
Shaquita.
These people are trash.
Dude, refuse.
And I'm glad 2 of them got arrested. Anyway, the article goes on. They were the ringleaders storming the church. It says the 2 are charged with conspiracy against rights in an effort to intimidate someone in the free exercise of their rights secured by the Constitution. Lemon initially tried to get out of facing criminal conspiracy charges by claiming he was, quote, committing journalism while taking part in the disruption, said the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights, Harmeet Dillon. She said, whenever anyone conspires to violate the protected civil rights of American citizens, the Klan Act can be used to bring a conspiracy charge, referring to the 1871 law that bans interference with civic acts such as voting, serving on juries, or practicing religion. Videos posted by Lemon himself before, during, and after the church takeover showed he was very much part of the group, boasting of being read into activists' Operation Pull-Up and effectively serving as the demonstration spokesman inside the building. The church, which describes itself as part of the Baptist tradition, was targeted by Lemon and his compatriots because one of its 8 pastors, David Easterwood, reportedly works as acting field director for ICE in Minnesota. Lemon confronted the lead pastor in the church's sanctuary and asked him what he thought about the ruckus. He said it's unacceptable and it's shameful. Don Lemon then went on TV. This is who we're dealing with. Don Lemon goes on TV afterward and said, this is white supremacy. He said, if you think that a Christian church should be immune from this protest, he said, well, a protest is supposed to make you uncomfortable.
No, it's not.
And you're supposed to be upset. He said, and it's this white supremacist entitlement to think that you should be able to go and have a church service and not have to be subject to an anti-ICE protest.
What if white people stormed into a fucking
why
black
are they
church?
coming after me? Why are they trying to prosecute me? Don Lemon said it's because he's a gay black man in Trump's America. This is who we're dealing with, okay? Now, let me tell you something about Don Lemon and LaQuisha and these other people, the BLM leader, Renee Good. Let me tell you something about these people. There is no redeeming them.
Nope.
Okay? We're not going to win a debate with a guy like Don Lemon. Don Lemon is a gay black guy.
He's stupid,
who goes
too.
on TV and is crying about white supremacy and entitlement and Christian nationalism and ICE and all. Think about how out of line this is. Think about there's layers to this. You rewind the story back to the beginning. This country has allowed in Somalians. We are under no obligation to do this. What is our obligation to Somalia exactly?
And we don't even have an obligation to let those pieces of shit stay here. They're here at our fucking pleasure. They're our guests. If we want to tell them to leave, that's our fucking prerogative.
We didn't colonize Somalia. We didn't ruin Somalia. Why is that our problem? We're over there fighting ISIS. You're welcome. We're over there fighting ISIS, trying to establish some kind of government. Graciously, we let these people in our country. Why? Because we are stupid.
We're fucking
We
marks.
let these people in.
Naive.
This is a population of ISIS terrorists, pirates, warlords. Average IQ is 85. They don't even have a functioning country. They have no government, no infrastructure,
no police, nothing.
Nothing. We let them into the country. Really bad idea, but they're here. They come here and they start looting the system with their accomplices in the Democratic Party.
And telling their
You've
family,
got
come on
Minnesota
out, come on out.
has one of the highest human development indices out of any state in the United States. Great healthcare, great education, great governance. It's one of the best states, one of the most well-run states.
So that's why they chose
What do these people do? They come here, and they start looting it to the tune of billions.
They start fucking.
The Democrats are helping them secure billions of dollars in stolen funds for daycares, for healthcare, for whatever.
It's turned into a Democrat.
So we let them in
fund.
graciously. They're stealing from us.
They gotta go.
This goes on for years. There's no accountability, no investigation. It's happening right under the nose of the Democratic government there. And they're probably in on it. The fraud gets exposed. Immigration comes to Minneapolis. DHS comes to Minneapolis to get to the bottom of it, which is their job. If there are illegal immigrants there, they should be deported.
That are stealing.
There's already 10 million illegals that came in 4 years. You maybe have 30 to 40 million illegals in the whole country. No legal standing to be here. There is a process. They knowingly violated it. So ICE and DHS come to town to investigate the fraud and deport the illegals. Protesters show up and they're throwing themselves in front of ICE, trying to hit them with their car, trying to block them with their car, trying to interfere in law enforcement duties. Protester gets shot. Now Don Lemon is leading the charge into a church.
Yeah.
Where a law enforcement officer is a pastor, terrorizing families, children.
Not political
while they
entities.
are there to worship God, while they are there to worship Jesus
These
Christ.
Are godless, evil people.
You want to have a protest, do it at the federal government building lawfully during the day on the sidewalk. You want to disagree, make your voice heard online, in the papers, whatever. You go to somebody's church service on a Sunday?
You should be shot.
and you shut down the whole thing. Now people can't go to church because you are protecting protesters, impeding law enforcement, looking into fraud and illegal immigration because these people who are welcomed in are stealing $8 billion from the taxpayer. Layers to this. And then when you get held accountable, you go on TV and said, this is about white supremacy. It's about white people and Christians being entitled. White supremacist Christians being entitled.
It's our country. Of course we're going to be entitled with it.
You think
Of course we're
left
gonna
and
be
right is a
privileged.
fake divide? You think that's a distraction? You think that all it's going to take for us to unite with Don Lemon is we're just going to talk about the Israel issue.
Okay.
If me and Don Lemon can see eye to eye on, I don't know, Netanyahu should stop the war, we could forget about all that. No, absolutely not. We can never unite with these people.
They killed Charlie Kirk.
And as far as I'm concerned, they should all be put in jail. Throw the book at them. I don't care. Throw the book at them.
Dude, hose their
Whatever charge will stick, hit them with it and throw them in jail.
Vaccination
They
and
are
shit.
our enemies. They are better off in jail than they are walking the streets. They are an
Preach.
impediment to law and order. You want to have a country, you need to deport the illegals. You need a border. You want to do that, you need to crush the protesters that think this is fascism. They think it's white supremacist Nazism to deport illegal immigrants. They're using their cars. They're harassing law enforcement.
Dude, carrying
Shooting
guns
fireworks
in
at
fucking
them, blocking them with their cars, running them over with their car, hitting them with shovels. Yeah, those people need to be put in jail forever. And as far as I'm concerned, the more of them you can arrest, the better.
The better.
But this is the failure of the Trump administration. We're not arresting enough people in Minneapolis. We're not arresting the fraudsters. We're not deporting the illegals. The protesters that are impeding law enforcement, we're not arresting them. Out of all these demonstrators that broke into the church, two are being prosecuted, just two.
Dude.
I saw a lot more than 2 people break into the church. It's at least a dozen. Don Lemon, they're not prosecuting. So what is even the point of electing a Trump government is if this is the outcome? If we can't actually get what we voted for, if we can't actually punish our enemies. And by the way, there's no
Where do we
moral
have to go?
equivalency. These people are in the wrong.
Yeah,
They're in the wrong.
they're evil.
We've been fighting for 10 years to fight for our civil rights, our constitutional rights.
And our inheritance,
We
our
want free
birthright.
speech. We want to be able to talk on the internet. We want to be able to demonstrate. We want to be able to protest. We want to be able to get a permit, go out in public and do a protest. We want to rent a public space and put on an event. Go to a college campus and have an exchange of ideas, have an internet show, post on Twitter. That is what we're doing. These people want the right to
Harass
crash their
and-
car into an ICE vehicle. They want the right to crash a church service. They want the right to break into a hotel and barge down, break down the door of every ICE agent that's staying inside. That's not lawful. There's no moral equivalency. We want to enforce the
We're at
laws.
home.
We want to
We
use
voted.
the sovereign authority of the Constitution to prevent more immigrants from coming here. They want to protect illegal immigrants that have
These people are using their heckler's veto. We won fair and square in an election, and they think that they're just going to pull a BLM again and put the kibosh on it. Man, they got to strike this shit down.
legal standing to be here. No moral equivalency between the two positions. And you see this Trump government, they're going through all the motions. This is what's really frustrating. Talking about it, threatening it. Everybody's getting on TV. Well, I'm coming to Minneapolis. Well, wait till I get there. This Bovino guy is in these videos in costumes. Kristi Noem is out there in a costume. Pam Bondi's out there in a
LARPing.
costume. Kash Patel is out there in a costume. They're on TV. They're on Fox News. They're on Benny Johnson. We're going to do something. We're going to shut it down. Send in the National Guard. And they don't even arrest anybody. Meanwhile, the left is activated. Meanwhile, the left is
Going hard as
emboldened and
fuck.
activated. Undeterred. They are out there blowing their whistles, banging their drums in their stupid fucking costumes,
Big.
shooting fireworks, taking over government buildings, throwing stuff at law enforcement. Raiding churches. Is this what we're going to tolerate? And by the way, we'll get more of it.
Yep.
If you don't prosecute these people, we'll get more of it. And think about what this says in the current climate in the country. You had a Mormon church that was shot up in Michigan a couple months ago. Everyone forgot about that.
It's saying
you had a Catholic
game.
church in Minneapolis that was shot up by a transgender last year. Now people can't go to church without being harassed by an anti-ICE demonstration, without Don Lemon screaming at white people. And this is when you realize that there is nowhere that you can run away to. Okay? They will chase you to the ends of the earth. People still are doing the white flight thing. They're going to move to another state, move to another city. And I get it. If you got a young family, you think if I go and move to a rural area or a whiter area, I could raise my kids for 15 years before they're grown up.
And have control over their
And then we're a little bit safer. And I get that. But this is why you have to be engaged in politics. Because there are more of them than there are of us. More immigrants, more non-whites and their descendants, more of these people that hate us, screaming white supremacists, calling us Christian fascists, calling us Nazis, whatever. And they will attack our churches. They will attack us in our schools. They will attack us in law enforcement and Republican Party operations and so on. The only solution is we have to defeat them. That's it.
It's not a coincidence
at the national level. They have to be utterly defeated. And you thought that that's what you were getting with Trump, but as I told you last year, or in 2024, Trump is just not enough. He's not the answer. He's not competent. He's not willing to follow through. He's not hardcore enough. These people are all talk and no action, and all they're doing is making it worse.
Hot air.
All they're doing is accelerating it. All they're doing is making the left more militant, more violent, more desperate, daring the left to get more bold.
It's like
I don't know how good that is for our side
daring
anymore.
them, to raise it, the escalation.
If Don Lemon gets away with this, what is the message to the left? The message is there are no consequences.
Yep. They're all fair
break
game.
into a church defiantly. I mean, they got him dead to rights. He's on camera speaking out in favor of it. And he's going to walk away. The judge won't sign off on it. It's over. They got 2 people. The rest of them are fine. Those 2 people will be martyrs now. If everybody went to jail, that'd be one thing. Now these 2 people are going to be martyrs. It needs to be a broken window policy. Everybody that was there needs to face federal charges. Everybody that was there needs to see a jail cell. There can be no other way. Yes, make an example out of them. Throw the book at them.
Yes.
And then when there's copycats, throw the book even harder at them.
Fucking squash it.
But they're just not serious, and they chicken out on everything. And I worry because we're here for 3 more years with this. 3 more years. And all I see is more escalation.
And Trump losing speed
so
on his
it is not good, man. It's very disappointing. And it's so hard to watch because you see it so clearly and you know exactly what's coming next. You know exactly where this is headed. And you're just powerless to stop it. Trump is in the driver's seat. He fucking sucks.
Yep.
And he's just going to keep pushing them, and we are on the front lines. We are the ones that are going to get hurt. And by we, I mean me, I mean all of you. We are the ones that are going to get hurt by this. Not him. He'll be fine.
Yeah, people in church
His
with
people
their
will be
fucking
fine.
kids,
They're protected.
man.
It's all of us that are going to be screwed. He's 80 years old. He's not even going to be here in 10 years.
Straight up, man. He's got no stake in
We
the
are
future.
going to be holding the bag when he's done with his little vanity career in politics. So it is very demoralizing to watch. You would think that the Trump administration would be crushing these people the way that all of these glazers talk about it. I see on Twitter and everybody, the way they talk about it, it's patriot this, patriot that. Know who you are, American, blah, blah, blah. Dude, fuck you. All these Trump dick riders, fuck you. Seriously.
They'll be changing their names here shortly.
I hold you personally accountable. And it's funny, I was debating with this guy on Tim Pool, and he was nice enough. I'm sure he was being polite and cordial. I know he definitely is not my biggest fan. But I got in a debate with this guy on Timcast, this guy Tate Brown. And he's one of these, I know who he is. I know he's one of these plan trusters, heritage Americans. I know he's of that ilk. Again, he was a nice guy. He was very friendly and all that. I know he's not my biggest fan. We vehemently disagree. But here's the case in point. Me and this guy go back and forth for about an hour on this in the paywalled part of the show. And he's a Doyle acolyte. He's in that whole crew of, I'm going to be polite because he was nice to me. He's in that whole crew in D.C. He's tight with Patrick Casey. He's been to those parties. My friends have seen him there. I have eyes everywhere. I know everyone. Okay, he's in that whole clique of plan trusting Trump supporters, white pillars, golden age. You know, they're at the white pill party with Scott Greer and everything. And I'm debating with this guy for an hour. He's saying, but don't you realize that if it wasn't for Trump, we would never be having these conversations.
Dude, that was
if it wasn't
pissing
for
me
Trump,
off
we would never
hard.
be able to talk like this. If it wasn't for Trump, we wouldn't have these meta-political victories and blah, blah,
Mitt
blah.
Romney bullshit.
And all these people have been saying since 2024, trust the plan. It's five-dimensional chess. Stephen Miller, if you can hear us, save us. Oh, it's a golden age. If you fuck around with us, we're going to do things to you. It's the vengeance tour. All this stuff. And I told you on Monday, Don Lemon is not going to face any repercussions. 0% chance. It ain't going to happen.
Bullshit.
Well, here we are on Thursday. They can't even arrest Don Lemon. They can't arrest anybody.
Dude.
They can't arrest Obama. They can't arrest Fauci. They can't arrest the Clintons. They can't arrest, who was the one? Letitia, was it Jackson or James? I don't even know. Some black name. They can't arrest Don Lemon. They can't arrest the people in the church. They're making 72 arrests per day in Minneapolis. Where is your king? Where is your leader now? Where's your guy? Where's the golden age? People say, oh, well, you know, we're having a different conversation. People watch a speech at Davos and they say, the best to ever do it. The rhetoric is crazy. Bro, it's a speech.
At a fucking
We've been doing this for 10 years. Where's the enforcement? You're the president of the United States. Are you going to throw our enemies in jail or what? They did it to your people. They arrested every J6er. The Biden White House leaned on all social media and got everybody banned. They implemented a vax mandate. They made it so that you would get fired from your job if you weren't vaccinated. I mean, think of the pressure that the Biden administration exerted on the right wing between the castigation of MAGA Republicans, the DOJ investigation into the Capitol, how they leaned, how 13 different departments and agencies leaned on social media to get people banned from every social platform. And the Trump administration, what can they do? Nothing. I told you it would be like this. I told you this is how it would be. Do you remember last year everybody thought, oh, it's going to be different this time? Do you remember the high hopes of the transition? I remember after the election, people were exuberant, jubilant. People were so excited during the transition, after the election, before the inauguration. People said, oh my God, it's a golden age.
It's Christmas.
RFK Jr. and Elon and Vivek and Tulsi Gabbard and JD Vance are dancing to Staying Alive. Remember the jib jab edits? They're all dancing to Staying Alive.
Yeah,
we face swapped and they're all dancing. They're dancing into 2025 as we enter our golden age. Dude, fuck you.
Seriously.
Now, we have an armada sailing to Iran to topple their government. Trump announced that we're not doing mass deportations anymore. The New York Times said we only actually deported 250,000 people last year. 72 arrests per day in Minneapolis after we discovered $8 billion in fraud.
19 billion, bro.
And none of these political arrests are happening. That's your golden age.
Well, we're all can't afford shit.
We need someone who is
Take your
serious.
jobs.
Republicans are not serious. They are a joke.
Yeah.
Look what happened in
Fact check
Indiana.
true.
They declined to gerrymander the state. Yeah, just give those seats to
And
Democrats.
then when
Just give them
they
right
get into
up.
Virginia, they're gonna
Why
they're gonna
bother?
ram it balls deep.
We need a radical right-wing candidate.
We do.
We need an actual radical, not
Somebody
a
who's gonna
tech puppet
clamp
like
down.
J.D. Vance. We need an actual radical right-wing candidate
The
who is
second
willing
coming.
to go all the way. Someone who is not going to cuck. Someone who is not going to drop the ball. Somebody young. We need somebody in 2028 that is actually going to take us to the promised land and lead us. Otherwise, we're going to get
Yes.
killed by these people.
Preach.
I'm so sick of hearing about, right and left is just a fake. That's not a real thing. It is so real. These people are real. They have captured the Democratic Party and they're coming for you. How about Zohran Mamdani saying he wants to tax white neighborhoods? The guy's a race communist. He's calling Trump a
Yeah.
fascist. This is what we're talking about here.
That Mamdani was literally talking about siphoning off funds and targeting white people to benefit other groups. We're going to steal from whites. We're going to give them to blacks and coloreds. Bro, man, we got to take the gloves off. This is bullshit.
Anyway, we're going to move on. We're out of time here, so we're going to take a look at our super chats. We'll see what you guys have to say about it, but I have to tell you, man, I'm losing faith in this whole Trump thing. It's a total disaster. All right, let's take a look. Let's see what you guys have to say about all this.
Brown
I'm also really tired all of a sudden. I don't know why. I didn't have my Red Bull. I had a Monster tonight.
Whoops.
Need coffee. Need me a cup of Joe. I'm literally just like, I don't know what it is. I'm a little fatigued. I thought I was having a bad hair day today. From this angle, it looks good though. From this angle, not so much. My hair's so colicky, I can never get it to do what I want it to do. It's too thick and frizzy. All right. Look at that.
Yeah, well, that's what the Democrats have
Look
been
at the way
doing.
the light hits it. See, that's how lean I am. That's what a law-abiding citizen I am. Lean is the law, and call me Gerard Butler because I'm a law-abiding citizen. You ever see that movie? Lean is the law, and I abide by the law. We're mogging. All right, let's take a look at the super chats. Let's see what we got here tonight.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what we got.
Based Wang sent $20. Hey Nick, who is your favorite apostle and why?
Probably St. Peter, because he's the main character.
True.
How can you not like St. Peter? He's the GOAT.
NP Crowd KJV sent $20. Holy fucking shit, you had me laughing so hard I kind of want to marry an
deny
OnlyFans girl, dude. You're wrong.
times.
Forget these losers. You're the embodiment of free speech and free expression. God bless Nick Fuentes.
You got to say what's on your mind. You can't let people control how you express yourself. People say, oh, well, I saw people say he's trying to sound straight right now. Some people said he went to Miami once and it made him a degenerate. Some people say, oh, he's a cuck, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you just got to say what's on your mind. Let him talk. Let him talk. My job is to be expressive and express what's on my mind. And it might not be popular and you might not get it. My job is to be real. It's like that song. It just got to be real. I could never relate. People say, oh, I can't say this, can't say that. Just say it out loud. Just say how it feels.
Just the tip.
Say it out loud just to see how it feels.
Just
Weigh
the
all
tip.
the options. Nothing's off the table.
That's the tip Tuesday.
Anyway.
Beth Mari 777 sent $20. Called Trump John the Baptist figure in my 2020 book Lovejoy Trump.
Hey, so maybe we're on the same page.
Beth Mari 777 sent $20. When you were president, will you kiss the Pope's ring out of respect for the church or do a Vance handshake?
As the president, it would be bad optics to kiss the ring.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to think
Because
about that. That's a very
Catholic
serious
Church
question. I
is
would
a
have to think
political
deeply about that.
force.
It would be bad optics because you kiss the ring and then people say, oh, he's like
entity.
loyal to the Vatican. And I am, but then there's a question
what your
about who
allegiance
is really
is.
in charge there.
Yeah.
So I think I might go for the handshake.
Franco sent $20. The ideal wife is a freak who still waited for marriage. These seething trads want a sourdough baking wholesome shield maiden and end up with a frigid woman making monthly sex appointments.
Yeah, that's a cope. A freak who still waited for a marriage. Not real. And by the way,
Not
you know,
real,
the
straight
OnlyFans thing, that's a, you know, it's so funny. Everybody reacted to that. That is a very real phenomenon. It's called the Madonna whore complex. It's called the Madonna whore complex. And this is a phenomenon. And I think any guy can relate to this, which is that if you, the more that you love a woman, the less that you really desire her sexually. Because to love a woman is to sort of put her on a pedestal, and there's this worshipful aspect.
And that would be
her purity, her
her
chastity. Maybe there's something otherworldly.
I want to bring her down to my level.
And the more that you desire a woman who's a whore and degrade her and so on, well, the less you could truly love her.
Ecstasy.
And so there is
and
this
going.
tension. There's this tension that exists in the male heart. So that's a very real phenomenon.
We have illusions about women, or we used to.
That's why I said the other night, you're either lying, you're either
we had an
agreeing with me or you're
idealized
lying,
version of
because
him in our heads.
I think any guy can sort of relate to that in a way.
Texan Taylor sent $100. My brother and I are few and pilling our parents. I had set up Rumble on my TV in my new apartment, and when my mom visited, she hands me the remote and goes, "Want to put on the Fuent? Groiper mom."
The Fuent. Hey, thank you for the big super chat.
Yeah,
That's
the
hilarious.
Flint. I like that. He likes it too.
W mom. What a W mom.
Bro, mogging like a motherfucker.
That's hilarious.
Oh, yes.
Congrats on the new apartment.
Nietzsche and Penguin sent $25. Brill and Holly Hands attempted a takedown of Claff today is almost sad. I genuinely cannot believe that he looks himself in the mirror and believes he's good at this. He is so obviously a plant/nepo baby who is being spoon-fed talking points by boomers, but holy fuck, could they not find a better plant?
Let me pull it up. It is so, he's just like one of the most unlikable pieces of shit ever. I'll pull it up. We can watch it. Bam, bam, bam. Nigga, Heil Hitler. All right, let's see. Bam, bam, bam. Where's my camera on here? There we go. All right, let me pull it up. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. All right, let's see. Nigga, all right, let's see.
Motherfucker.
This is the bride. This is what I'm talking about.
Drunken clubs with teenagers.
What a faggot, dude.
Dude.
Young men should not be looking up to
What a
middle-aged,
chungus.
washed-up streamers getting drunk in clubs with teenagers.
Bro,
while
they weren't
Nazi
drinking, you
chants play in the
jerk off.
backgrounds.
What a
Nothing
pussy.
about this
What a
is
fucking
America
pussy.
first, guys. Open your eyes. You don't get to wave the American flag, scream bass every 5 minutes, and then
Scream
fantasize
bass
over
every
Hitler
5 minutes.
at a nightclub like
jerk
it's
off.
edgy performance arts. Nothing.
Wait, why not?
For real.
You don't get to do that. Okay, yeah, we do. We did, nigger.
Oh!
Whoops, we're just letting him fly tonight.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, we do.
He's going hard as fuck
That one
tonight,
just
bro.
totally
Mango.
slipped right through. That one just totally. I try not to say that word constantly on the show, but
Dude.
sometimes it just flies out. What do you mean you don't just
Bro,
get to
that's
do
why
that?
Nick
Yeah,
is
we
special.
fucking do. We just did it.
Dude.
Bro said, you don't
Bogging.
just get to do that. We did. Like, yeah, yes, we do. We do get to do that, actually.
Tapping his ass up.
See, that's a word that I use all the time. So sometimes it just comes flying out.
And then fantasize. Nothing about this is America first, guys.
Let's
Open your
scroll it
eyes.
back.
You don't get to wave
You don't
the
get to
American
wave the
flag,
American
scream
flag.
bass every 5 minutes.
Scream
And then
bass.
fantasize,
over Hitler.
at a nightclub like it's edgy.
Like it's
art.
performance art. You don't. What do you mean you don't get to do that? Did he? Is
Right?
there
Who are you-
supposed
did
to
you
be
make
like
the
a
rules,
corollary
bitch?
there? Because he just said like that thing you did. You don't get to do that. It's like, don't you mean like you don't get to do that and do this like that? That's how it should be
Right.
structured. If you wanted
what I
to
was
say
thinking.
like you don't get to
Wrap
praise
yourself in the
Hitler
flag.
and then call yourself an American, like that would be one thing.
Yeah.
That's why I think ChatGPT wrote this, because that doesn't even make sense. You don't get to do this performance
All
art.
these people have chat GPT shit.
And what, Brylan? You don't get to do this and do what? Like, what's the corollary? What's the next part of that?
Yeah, I've never seen that kid either. It is nice.
You don't get to do that thing that you just did. Well, we did it. So I think we do get to do that, actually. So what do you mean?
Nothing about this is nationalism.
Oh my God, that fucking
This is brain
whistle.
rot.
Dude, he is such like a speech team nerd. This guy has to be a theater kid or speech forensics or
future
something, because he's doing that exact, like, what would you call that?
The affect.
The intonation, the cadence. That is like a theater kid speech team cadence.
Big
About
time.
this is
Oh my
nationalism.
God.
Nothing about this is nationalism.
Nothing about that kid
This
is
is brain-
nationalistic
This
either.
is brain rot.
Rot for clicks.
For
These
clicks.
guys don't care about this country. They care about their jawlines,
And you
their
care
body
about-
counts, and their clouts. Politics.
That's
to them
Their
is
exactly
just
what
another
it
clouds.
is.
aesthetic.
Their clouds.
Oh my God.
They care about their brain rots,
Their
their
brain
jawlines,
rots.
their body counts, their clouts, their peptides, their bitches, their hoes, their money.
Lines, their body counts, and their clouts. Politics to them is just
clouts.
another aesthetic, another costume, another way to get more likes.
Oh
They'll
my
endorse
gosh, dude.
Gavin
This guy
Newsom
is
over JD Vance because of somebody's haircut and weight, not
Oh,
policy,
no.
not values, not the future of the country. That should tell you everything you need to know about them.
Shut up.
What
Guys, these
dude.
aren't leaders.
We have to take
Let me
ourselves
be clear.
seriously
They're
all
children
day, every day,
who
every
never
second of our
grew up.
lives.
If
Let
you're
me be
flirting
clear.
with Hitler, you're not America first. You're not edgy. You're not brave. You're not getting canceled. You're just
Try
morally
getting it out.
bankrupt. And everybody can see it.
Dude,
America first means families first.
you
It
aren't
means
America first,
Faith. It means
bitch.
building something bigger than yourself, not burning everything down for attention. We don't need influencers encouraging nihilism and degeneracy. We need Christian men encouraging marriage and big families, not whatever the crap this is.
Guess
A
what?
nation
Whatever the
doesn't
crap.
survive on
Whatever the
vibes
crap.
Whatever
and
the
vain-
crap this is. Get a load of this crap.
It's a good thing that people get to
What a
decide
nerd.
that, not
just
you,
like
bitch.
this. It survives on character. And if your movement collapses the moment that clout matters more than conscience, it was never a movement at all.
This kid is a femme.
Your movement collapses when clout matters more than conscience. This shit was written by ChatGPT. It doesn't even make sense. The way it's structured
No.
doesn't even make sense. Dana
If you-
Lash,
if
well
you
said.
Can't
Isn't
think
she
about
like a
that.
lesbian or something? Or no, I'm thinking of
Shouldn't be on
Jillian
the
Michaels. Yeah, dude, exactly.
internet. Yeah, Dana Lesh is disgusting. She's such an
This
Israel
life.
show.
This is heartbreaking, Will. And obviously, the person
Dude.
that took this life, this is heartbreaking, Will.
Oh,
Me when I'm heartbroken.
goodness.
Dude, this guy sucks so hard. The problem is you're just a dork. At the end of the day, all
He
of
makes us
these
all look bad.
these guys are just giant dorks. Like you're not cool, you don't look cool, you're not smart, you're not funny, you're not charismatic, you're not likable. You are a boring, mediocre, stupid theater
Milquetoast
kid.
bitch.
And all of that is just a cope. If you can't be talked about, if you can't be interesting, then it's so much easier to stand on the soapbox and just be like, you're doing something you're not
bad.
supposed to be doing. That is the last refuge of basically an irredeemable loser.
Scoundrel. A fucking scoundrel.
If you are a complete fucking loser with no emotion, you're not cool, you're not interesting, you don't have fun, you're not funny, like nobody is inviting you anywhere.
Yeah.
You are a dork. Your audience is blue hairs. Your audience is like a nursing home. So if you can't be cool, if you don't have anything interesting to say, if you don't have anything compelling to say, then the last refuge of an utter mediocrity is to pretend like you're above it all. That is the last
Fucking,
refuge of an utter mediocrity, is to say, I am above it all. I don't need to care about how I dress.
Right?
I can
Scolding
dress
the
like a
people that are-
dork. I
that
could
are
have a
making
studio
moves.
that's unoriginal.
A
Like,
nation doesn't.
and let me just say, maybe what everyone senses intuitively It's like nothing about what you're doing is original. Nothing in this presentation is original. You have this pop art George Washington poster. You've got other stupid posters. You've got your picture, your photo op that you did with Trump that your dad brought you to at a fundraiser. You got your stupid basketball. Guess what? We've all seen all of this before. You are just emulating what everyone else is doing. You are an imitation. You go on Fox News, you talk like they talk, you say the things they say. You dress like how they dress. You have a studio like everybody else's studio.
A fucking establishment.
You are utterly conventional, utterly unoriginal. You have no personality. You are devoid of a personality, of an original thought, of an idea. You have never said anything controversial. You have never said anything that you've thought of yourself. It is a collection of out-of-the-box talking points, props, costumes, clothes, the whole affect. You're like a Fox News clone. And that is boring.
A bitch one.
That is boring. It is uninspiring. Like, that is completely irredeemable. You are like a franchise. It's like...
if we leave our country in the hands of people like this guy, bro, kiss the shit goodbye. It's gone. These guys cannot be. They're not going to be the ones that take us to the promised land.
You start up a McDonald's and they send you all the wrappers and bags and logos and everything. And I guess there's a place for it, but nobody cares about that. That actually doesn't change anything. It's not courageous. There's nothing admirable about that. It isn't inspiring. It's not interesting. It's not thought-provoking. It's not entertaining. It does nothing for anybody. You are a vanilla wafer, okay? You are a Nilla wafer. You are a saltine cracker. And you know that about yourself. That's why, nobody cares what you do. You could go to a club and no one would care. You do your show and nobody cares. You do your Fox and Friends appearance and nobody cares. And when you are a complete loser, when you are a mediocrity, when you are somebody that is not iconoclastic, you don't dare to challenge norms. You don't dare to challenge conventional ways of thinking. You don't dare to offend people, to be authentic, to be your true self, to present your contradictions and be a multidimensional human being. If you can't do any of those things, then how do you get the leg up? What's your advantage? Well, you get to step up on the soapbox and remind everybody, hey, that guy's not being an NPC.
He's not conforming.
Hey, that guy's not doing what he's supposed to do. We're supposed to eat our vegetables and go to bed at 8 p.m. We're supposed to brush our teeth. That guy's not doing what he's supposed to do. That guy's not a gray, vanilla, boring loser. That's always the last refuge. And people are just sick of that. Nobody wants to hear a lecture. And who the fuck are you? You're a 19-year-old kid?
Seriously.
We're
what the fuck do you know,
people
you
to have big families.
How much have you
Sorry, what have you contributed to anything?
Yeah.
You are a trust fund kid.
Have you ever even
Your
worked
dad
a
is
job,
rich. Your dad has a construction company. Your dad is a donor to politics. You're a college student.
Bro, this dude.
You don't have, last I checked, you don't have a wife. You don't have a family. You don't have a business of your own.
No property.
You don't have anything. You tried to grift off of Charlie Kirk's death by lying and saying that you had a Turning Point tour when you just asked them to appear at a handful of chapters.
Wow. Your
dad opened doors for you with his money. And then you go and steal everybody's talking points and flow. Like, look at this setup.
Yeah.
And if we lived in a world of only people like you, the world would be a very sad place. The world would be a place where everybody would want to kill themselves. I don't want to live in a world of Brylan Holly hands.
Fuck no. Dude,
because it's just boring.
It would be like those
it's uninspiring.
Kind of, meme type things where everybody's a gray, fucking androgynous. Everybody looks the exact same. It's like a trope.
Everybody's going to be a robot. Everybody's going to do everything that's conventional. I want to be a conservative talk show host. I'm going to get the out-of-the-box conservative talk show set. I'm going to get the out-of-the-box conservative talk show talking points. I mean, then this is just like a load of shit. Nothing you're saying even makes... I don't even know that this guy proofread this. It's literally written by ChatGPT. Bro said, act like a sanctimonious conservative dork and give a lecture about an anti-Semitic influencer that said Heil Hitler.
Yeah.
And it shit doesn't even make any sense. Didn't even read it. Your clouts. All they care about is their jawlines, their body counts, and their clouts.
It's lazy.
Well, you know, you should care a little bit more about your jawline because you look like a dork. You look like a complete fucking dork.
Loser.
Do you think you're above that? And why? I don't care about how I look. Why? Shouldn't you want to care how you look? Shouldn't you want to be excellent? Shouldn't you want to be aesthetic? Aesthetics don't matter. All that matters is being boring. All that matters is being boring and predictable. I don't want to create a visual feast. I don't want to create something that's compelling and entertaining and interesting and artful and different. I just care about being boring. I just care about going through the motions of being a talk show host. Gosh, you should get a different job, man. You should go and work at a factory or something. It's people like this that should just be a foreman at a factory. If you want to be a boring loser, okay, fine. Then just go get a regular job. You know? It's so okay. Not everybody is an iconoclast. Not everybody has ideas. Not everybody
charisma
is interesting. Not everybody is charismatic. Fine. Go be middle management at T-Mobile or something.
Yeah, there's
go be a foreman at a Ford factory. Politics is not, we don't need more conformity. Anyway, that's the stuff. I feel the same way about Matt Walsh, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, same here. He really gets some.
Chris Knopf sent $100. Half firstly, Epstein and his clients raped the girls. Daily Mail reports girls as young as 11. Therapists have counseled Epstein victims say under the age of 10. Whitney Webb's book says young as 12. Clinton said he liked them young.
Yeah, just
Epstein
like there's
purchased 12-year-old triplets from friends as a birthday present to himself. Just because men in the Middle Ages fuck preteens in 11 to 14 year.
That's all fake. All of that is fake.
Kill yourself, dude.
Just Google it. Epstein was charged. He was convicted. And the youngest victims are 14. That is the only thing that can be proven by law. And you want to know how I know you're a complete fucking idiot? Because that story about 12-year-old triplets has not been corroborated by anybody. That's how I know you're a complete idiot and you don't care about the truth. If you care about the truth, you do the research. Candace Owens tweeted that. And you know what I did? I did the research. Do you know where that claim comes from? The claim about he was gifted 12-year-old triplets, that comes from Virginia Giuffre. She is a serial liar. If you look into it, she makes that stuff up for a living. What do I mean by for a living? She has made tens of millions of dollars in settlements from people that she has made wild accusations about. It has been proven that she is a liar and not reliable. And she makes up these exaggerated claims because, believe it or not, that's an industry. Are we now going to go full feminist and full woke and say that you got to believe all women? That women never lie to get a paycheck? She has made literally tens of millions of dollars in settlements. It is a settlement industry making up the most exaggerated claims, never proving them, has no evidence, corroborated by nobody, not proven in court, and she's proven to be a liar. So this is what I'm talking about. Your name is Chris with a K. Sounds like you're a woman. This is why women cannot talk about this issue, because you don't care about the truth. You hear a sensational claim and you want to just get that out there. Oh, I saw a claim that reinforces my preconceived idea. Downloaded. You don't care about whether it's true because you didn't do the research. You are wrong. Look it up.
You're a hack.
That claim is corroborated by nobody. It comes from one source, from Virginia Giuffre. And if you look into her, she is a serial fabulist. That is false. But you didn't care. to look that up. You didn't even Google it. You didn't ask ChatGPT. You didn't Google it. You didn't do your homework because you don't care. You don't care about the truth. You don't care enough to do your research. But you came to me and you paid me $100 on this show to tell me I'm wrong, and you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You didn't even do a cursory search into the claim that you're making. So what does that say about you? It says that I'm right. I did my homework. I did my research. I know what the lawsuit says. Jeffrey Epstein was convicted for those crimes, hundreds of interviews, potentially thousands of victims, and what can be corroborated is 14 to 17. Nothing under that age. There have been other claims, but nothing corroborated, nothing proven in court. And why would it not be in court if it were true? So, don't give me that stuff. Well, you know, this. And here we go. Here's the second part. Get a
Chris
load of
Bob sent
this.
$50. 2 halves olds doesn't make it the standard or morally right. Once you get closer to 40, you'll understand how immature and younger the girls are at 18, let alone 14 and younger.
Oh,
Just
please.
because girls are dumb AF and have sex at 14 doesn't make it okay to
we
rape them
already
at
know
14.
this.
In 10 years, you'll understand, and I'll like where I live so you can nail the apology form.
Tell me where you live so we can come to your house and
And
burn
fuck
it to
you
the
up.
ground. Because you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And by the way, I
So
didn't say it
stupid.
was, this is again,
Fucking dog.
This is why NPCs cannot handle these conversations. I never said Epstein is totally justifiable. I said you can't call it pedophilia because that's not what it is. Okay? But people hear that. People hear that and they hear something completely different. They hear, oh, Nick Fuentes said Epstein's okay. He did nothing wrong. I said, no, it is missing the point when some resistance liberal says pedo protector. I said, that is missing the point. I said, that is a completely different category. The category of crime that Epstein committed is grooming underage teenagers for the purpose of blackmail. I never once said that is justifiable. I never once said that makes it okay. I never said that. As a matter of fact, I said the opposite. I said it's still evil and it's still heinous. I said, but let's not make an error and say that this is about satanic ritual abuse and pedophilia and this
These aren't
sensational stuff.
prepubescent girls.
I said, let's stick to the facts and talk about what's really
They were
going
doing
on,
this
which is
stuff
that
to
it's an
blackmail
underage
people.
teen thing for the purpose of entrapping people to blackmail them. That's the purpose of it.
That's the problem.
But what people heard was, oh, he says it's all okay. And then you say, you'll understand how immature even girls are at 18. That's how I know you're a fucking girl dad idiot.
For real though.
They're immature. They're all immature. Dude,
Bro, they're
women are immature at
40.
age 30.
Yeah.
That changes nothing.
Dude.
Well,
children.
if you know how immature women are at 18, women are immature at 25. Women are 35 and crying over nonsense. Women are immature basically until they go through menopause. That's when women become sensible. And even then, women are immature even at 18. Yeah, I guess we should just raise the age of consent to 25. We should raise the age of consent to 50. Stupid ass. Once you're 40, then you'll... Oh, stop. I will never feel that way because I am not a pussy-whipped feminist. That's the difference.
Yes.
And by the way,
That's why we love
that
Nick.
hysteria about this subject, it is so female coded, it makes me
Dude.
sick.
Dude.
For a man to get emotional about that, for a man to be so blinded by emotion like a fucking woman.
Is he
'Cause
gonna
that's
bring
all
up
that is.
age
If you're a
differences, too,
woman
in his
crashing
next
out,
super
I get
chat?
it. If you're a guy crashing out, grow a pair of balls, man. Get
Get him
a
out of your
grip.
wife's purse.
Someone should slap you across the face like the bitch you are. Seriously, get a grip. When I hear guys getting hysterical about that, a child. 18 is really immature. Oh, brother. Grow up.
Seriously.
And it's not about having a sexual hang up about young girls or something like that. It's about being rational. It's about, are you able to have a rational conversation about this?
About real
and
life.
the only reason that a man can't is because he is so poisoned by hysterical women. It's like with the conversation of, and by the way, if you don't agree with me on this, let me create an analogy for you. You ever see that clip of there's like a white guy that says the N-word and there's another white guy that said, did you just say the N-word? And the guy goes, yeah. And he hits him with the skateboard and he says, hey man, that's not cool. It's sort of the same thing. It's like when, a woman is punching a guy and the guy shoves the woman and then a group of beta males start beating the fuck out of the guy. He put hands on a female. He put hands on a female. It's the same thing. It's like guys that are puffing up their chest. They mistake that for masculinity. They mistake that the white knighting behavior. They think that they're like, that's a real man. I'm a real protector of women and blah, blah, when they crash out over stuff like this. And all it...
No, what it is it's fucking nosy and effeminate. It's what women do. You're a gossiping, nosy, silly, bitch, white guy. You're a fucking cuck if you're doing shit like that.
This is, you have, like, your emotional state has been transmitted to you by a woman. That's all that is.
Yeah.
So, same thing. You know, as a man, you should be able to be rational about everything and anything. Whether it's the N-word, whether it's the Holocaust, whether it's this subject. You know, but it's all these white knight faggots. You know, this guy says, oh yeah, well, he was given triplets. You didn't even do your homework because you're just a fag. And you want to cry about victims. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. Really? And it's a heinous crime. You know, I never said it's not a heinous. It is evil. It is objectively evil. Grooming vulnerable women is evil. Into sex trafficking is very evil. But this emotional stuff, come on, man, get a grip. Seriously, you got to get your head on straight. We can talk about touchy subjects without crying about it. So anyway.
Brian sent $25. Is it based to marry your cousin? I've never had a hot cousin, so I'm not sure.
No, I don't think so.
Jeff Kroepstein sent $25. Wow, I'm insulted. Sneeko said no to my island but yes to grinding old chopped Latinas at the club. Never inviting him again.
That's
Camel
crazy.
Toe Jockey sent $40. What is the relationship between China and Israel like, and how will it likely change in the future? I ask as a Canadian who is watching his PM suck up to China following feelings of isolation from U.S.
Well, they have a relationship. Netanyahu has met with Xi Jinping. China has endorsed Palestine, but they have a working relationship. And I believe that will become warmer in the future as the United States, or rather, as Israel seeks strategic autonomy from the United States, they will warm up more to China for sure.
AN sent $20. Saw Jay Waller in the Miami Entourage but didn't hear you mention him. I always thought dude was a try too hard man, no fag, and doesn't deserve a spot on Mount Wang. Sorry if he's your boy.
I like him. I like him a lot. I met him and he's a good guy. I like him.
Green Tea Groy sent $20. I'm assembling the complete list of Candace Owens' mispronunciations, botched idioms, and malapropisms. Send tips to Candace Owens trying to read on X.
Yes, do that. Candace Owens trying to read on X. So I'm glad I told Jimbo to do this. His community dropped the ball. So what is it, Candace Owens? Okay, yes. Please do submit your tips. If you have a clip of Candace Owens mispronouncing a word or getting something factually wrong, send it to this Twitter account. You got to open your DMs, though. Make sure to open your DMs so people can send it to you.
People were Prince Harry abdicates England.
Hang on.
Prince Harry abdicates England. Causes this whole race kerfluffle.
Oh my God.
Now we've got Nicola Peltz.
Wow.
People were like, is this really over a wedding dress? We knew a kerfluffle happened at this billionaire wedding.
Wow.
Which pertained to a dress. Okay.
Dude, she is
Or he
fucking
decides
stupid,
me and Nicola are going to get married
man.
again, this time without my own family. because this dress kerfluffle. We were like, could this really be about a dress?
Kerfluffle.
Bruh.
Kerfluffle. Don't do this edit thing. Just do the clips though. That's crazy. Kerfluffle. Goodness.
An open genocide for starving people. You, in this moment, have a retired Green Beret and the former
Green
Lieutenant
Beret?
Colonel. I actually think he's still a
Bro,
Lieutenant Colonel
what
of the
the
Army,
fuck?
Tony Aguilar. He sat
Holy
down with Tucker
shit,
Carlson.
dude.
And he is describing, he actually
Blitzkrieg.
went an open genocide.
A green beret.
Dude.
Those
Wow.
green berets, kerfluffles.
have-
Wow, bro.
Reti-
Bet you've
a
never heard
retired
somebody
Green
say Green
Beret
Beret before.
And the former Lieutenant Colonel, actually,
Fuck. You
What else
came
we got?
straight out of the hood, huh?
for
That's the same one. All right, we got to get more up though. We got 2 clips. Come on, we need more. That's crazy. Green beret. You got to check out this. This edit was crazy. The song just goes hard. You know that. That just goes so hard. You know, if you got the subwoofer. That's crazy. I can't play the whole edit because they're copyright striking it. I hear it's getting copyright
Oh
striked.
shit, yeah, he's right. I can't be
So
streaming.
play that first second.
I
of
can't
it.
be going. I can't be.
That's
doing
a great
this.
edit, though.
He,
I love
he
it.
must know what's up with
Epic song. The song is so, bro. The song is so good.
I mean, I hear.
I'm
him,
listening to it
he's
every
right.
day now.
It goes hard. It goes
Amazing.
Peg
song.
Roypat sent $20.
And I'm not into
Attorney
all
Roypat
that
from the other night. Wanted to add I respect you understanding and articulating legal concepts accurately over the years. No doubt you had to learn for a reason, but on top of geopolitics and history, it is commendable.
Hey,
also, you should shave
thanks.
so this isn't all glaze. And also
Hey.
because you keep playing W the Beard Street.
Because I keep playing with the beard. Well, that's the benefit. That's the perk of having the beard is that you get to play with it. You get to stroke it. I think I'm going goatee. Did you notice I trimmed this? And I think might keep the goatee.
Goes hard with the beard, man.
What do you
And
think
you're
about
not
me
gonna
with
be-
the goatee? Maybe
You're
I
not
bring
gonna
this
have
down
nice
a
hair
little more and I
forever,
just
and
have the
it's-
goatee.
It's not going to be
Like Tony
color
Stark.
forever. Feel me?
Hey, but thank you. I appreciate
Ben
it.
sent $20. Thoughts on the new hate speech bill in Australia in wake of the Bondi terror attack?
I've been reacting to it. People have asked me about it literally every
Lou
night.
Dooley sent $100. Have a good
It's bad.
Lou Dooley sent $100. Have a good weekend.
Happy?
Brother. God bless.
Thanks, brother. Thank you for the big super chat.
Fuel Man 44 sent
Love it.
$50. Happy belated Martin Lucifer Coon Jr. Day. Raising awareness of a man that under the guise of Christianity peddled communism and didn't believe in the divinity of Jesus. All hail the true king, Jesus.
Okay. Wow. Amazing. Thank
Chicago
you.
Grow Wiper sent $25. I grew up in a Protestant home and felt like I wasn't doing enough to get to heaven. And then I started watching you and am getting baptized soon. Keep up the amazing work. Nick.
Awesome.
Christ is king.
Love to hear it, man.
Wild Boar sent $50. Kim Jong-un or farming.
What's the Aura Farm?
Never blink when bluffing sent $20. Never blink when bluffing sent $20. Also, when would you estimate the end times will happen? We can't know the hour, but he gave us signs for a reason. I place it this century. I'm guessing you disagree because that would mean the movement fails.
Yeah, I disagree because then the movement. Not even worth replying
STP
to.
the super chat nigga himself sent $22.
If you're just gonna say something stupid like that, it's not even worth replying to. You can't think.
STP the super
critically.
chat nigga himself sent
I'm guessing you disagree because then that would mean your little movement fails. Too stupid.
the super-
Watch another show.
STP the super chat nigga himself sent $22. What's up nigga? It's been a while. Been noticing a growing Groiper fan base in LA recently. Shout out Armenian American Grow Wiper's father.
All right, let's
Killdozer
go.
sent $50. I'm a low millionaire Chad life make $600K plus. Wife
Nice.
is boss bitch and makes double. Creating a tough dynamic since I'm getting mogged. Stick it out or divorce and build harem of barely legal whores.
I don't know what to tell you, man. It's a tough situation. You are getting mogged and cucked. I don't know what to tell you. I can't imagine being in that
Brandy
situation.
Reeser sent $20. Please educate me. Don't belittle me. But your recent comments on Epstein. I agree with the argument of age, but is it not enough to vilify him for the human trafficking and rape of our American women?
You're not listening. Why would I explain it to you if you're not listening now? The answer to your question has already been given. You don't listen because you're an idiot.
Roy per Dr. 6 sent $20. Hey Nick, really appreciate all the time and research you put in.
There's nothing that, if you have a legitimate question that I haven't answered, then that's one thing. I cannot stand when people don't listen. And I have to say something 3 or 4 times, or you didn't listen and pay attention, so I have to explain it again. It's not, if you didn't listen the first time, if you didn't understand it the first time, then it is not worth it. You are not worth it. Don't belittle me, but is that not enough to I already answered that. So if you didn't hear it the first time, then you're an idiot.
Roy per Dr. 6 sent $20. Hey Nick, really appreciate all the time and research you put into your show. As a graduate student, I don't have much time to do all the political research myself on top of my own studying and work, so I'm extremely grateful for what you do. But if I want to dream about you, I will. Judy
Okay.
Peterstein sent $20. 100% there is some sort of archetypal lust for hoes in the psyche of men. The siren song of the Jezebel spirit, if you will. With that being said, has Jung had any influence on you?
No.
Mies to Gabe sent $20. Beards are chud-coated. Fatties use them to hide their doughy jawlines. Egg. Dead crew. McDonald's cashier Roy percent $20. You're a hypocrite. You tell us all the time to hide our power level, but when President Trump hides his power level, you say he's cucking.
He's not hiding his power level, and he's the president. He's not an idiot.
Ray Hoodoo
Ouija.
27 cent $20. When are you having Ray Renee over so that you two may break cornbread together? Noisy 95 cent $20. In a dinner table scenario, what's the best rebuttal to the white guilt trip? In the terms of European colonialism that we somehow deserve what's happening now. I wish I was more white sent $20. Not sure you talked about it already, but detectives were sent to a woman's house for a FB post criticizing the Miami Beach mayor's support for Israel.
Covered it on
Quotas 321
Tuesday.
cent $20. It might not be the most moral thing, but strategically, abortion being legal is good. Look at who's getting them. Those people shouldn't reproduce anyways. What's your take on that?
That's evil.
VA Grow Up 13 cent $25. I wanted to believe you were pessimistic about modern women, and my girlfriend who's a missionary told me she let a gay guy take her in the wrong hole before we got together. Chunga Stream is dead. Vic Rabin 53 cent $20. Football is gay and retarded. People that drool over football are retarded. They can name every fact about football, but they know nothing of how the world works. What is your take on that? Go Birds sent $20. Bro says Portnoy is a piece of shit because has 50 years old fucking young girls promoting porn stars and OnlyFans models. But when it comes to Epstein, an even older guy having sex with even younger girls, a rich Jewish Mossad agent blackmailing our politicians for Israel, has cool. Literally everything you stand against. Hypocrite.
You're emotional. You're an emotional female.
Dan the Man 24/7 sent $100. First donation. Finally caught your show live. I started watching after the Charlie Kirk assassination. I pray God continues to bless and protect you and your family. Keep up the great work.
Thank you for
Nick.
the big super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to all that.
EMERGRN sent $20. Keep the beard.
Thank you.
Based Roy percent $20. James Fishback is the only promising presidential candidate I have seen so far. Hopefully he becomes the next Florida governor so we can learn where his loyalties lie. Number 25 cent $20. So Fuentes, what's your favorite thing to do to chill out, besides pounding Red Bulls and clubbing and soapy? No homo, no. Sabel sent $20. Your Joel Webben series is very good. Thank you so much for introducing me to him. I ended up watching his stuff as much as yours and that never happens. I love to see a wasp with the right vision. Trust the Cadre sent $25. Congrats on being the next gen's Alex Jones. We have the merch, gold deal, counter signal wiggers while promoting being a wigger, and promoting actual nigs. A little truth and a lie. Chrysostom sent $20. You're a young chap and good with technology. Can you take this $20 and put it into Candace Owens' GoFundMe for the Pusa payout? Thank you. Your Wasserman sent $20. I would go to the doctors to get my weekly testosterone shot. ChatGPT says we make 25% less than men did in the 70s. Benefits seem crazy. Downsides. Going Max sing 69 cent $100. Hey Nick, took your advice and got a paper route to help pay for the Telegram group and also your future wife's page. Big things are happening. Keep up the good fight. Wang. P.S. You should shave.
Thank you.
Blue Lighter sent $20. Good to see you teaming up with John Mappin to defend the dates. Even though they threw your actual friend Sneeko on. Nick Fuentes sent $20. Hey Nick, I'm African and in history class we were doing research on the Holocaust and I tried to be based in front of the German baddie, but instead of oro-farming my Jew teacher Loki paddled my black ass for being a bad little goy. I may be Muslim. Chef Off War sent $20.
seriously.
James Fishback will have a 24 hours GTA 6 marathon in the governor's mansion if he.
I couldn't
Aiden
do
Hartley
it.
sent
I
$20.
don't think.
Absolutely love the show. God bless you, Nick.
Thank you, man.
Sanjay
Appreciate
314
it.
sent $20. It
You know,
seems so
says
intentional, like
something
they're fighting
that
with us in
he
every way to
still
provoke a
does
reaction
those
from the
super
right.
chats.
Why
You
even
gotta
go to church?
respect
They
that
could have protested
shit,
the supposed target anywhere else.
You
Wang.
know he fucking hates it.
Yeah, it's a
Austin Benny sent
conspiracy.
$20.
It's all
Nick,
conspiracy.
thank you for being the realest nigga known to date. You've opened my eyes to how the government really works and I've learned so much from you. One question though, gay son or thought daughter? Carnster sent $20. Per capita Carney has deported nearly as many illegals as Trump. Negative legal immigration, new submarines. Are you a Carnster yet? Huckleberry 999 sent $20. Are we currently in a Neapolitan war? Catholic monarchist sent $100. Holy crap, no joke, Candace Owens was a rap groupie back in the late 2000s. Professional by Young Steph. Fast forward to 312.
I saw that. Yeah, thank you for the big super chat. I saw the clip on Twitter today.
Kelly Hardy sent $75. Hi Nicholas, thank you for having me. I love you guys. God bless. Praying gesture emoji, smiley face emoji, prayer beads emoji, and emoji, Kelly.
Having you where? What are you talking about?
Alex Doobie sent $20. Top G has become top boy. You and Myron are the only real ones.
I totally reject that, you know, and it's so, it really is gross the way people, you have no skin in the game. Like you're not in this at all. The guy's been in prison. They literally have this guy over a barrel. He's out on bail. And people go, oh, he didn't even apologize. He didn't go on the interview and say, I'm sorry. He didn't kiss the wall. He didn't go to the Holocaust Museum. He went at the table and said, why am I being blamed for something that somebody else did? And, you know, he didn't double down, but he didn't apologize. And the reason that he even has to be remotely conciliatory is because if he doesn't, he will go to fucking jail. So if you had a gun to your head, you're going to prison for 10 years, you would kiss the wall. You would apologize because you have no skin in the game. He has a gun to his head, could go to prison for 10 years, and he's not doubling down, but he's not apologizing either. And everybody wishes that they could just double down. Everybody wishes that they could just, you know, say screw it. But going to prison for 10 years is tough. I get why he's trying to walk a fine line. So
Damn right,
I
that's
totally
tough,
reject
bro.
that.
Big Roy per fish
That's
sent
a-
$25.
dude, that's like
Live
an
in southern
eighth
New
of
Jersey.
your fucking
Farms,
life,
agriculture,
bro.
95% Catholic white town.
That's
Took
no
a trip to North
fucking-
Jersey today near NYC.
that's nothing to
Never
be
seen more Jeeps and
sneezing
Jews in my
at.
life. Quite the culture shock. I like my white Catholic bubble.
I want
Toad
I
First
want to
America
live
sent
those
$50.
fucking years.
Canadian Roy per
Thank
mom
you.
here. I received my Wang hoodie today. I paid $22.46 duty, and it was 100% worth
Wow.
it. The fabric content is impressive, making it very luxurious
Hey!
and lovely. Momixing 2026.
Mom maxing. I like that. W. Groiper Mom. That's a steep duty. I didn't know there was a 100% tariff. That's nuts. Or what? I don't know what percentage that is. I guess that's like 50%. I'm not sure. But, or a duty. I guess that's a little different. But, hey, I appreciate it. I'm glad you like the hoodie. And I appreciate the endorsement of the hoodie. Thank you very much.
Gnome Billy sent $20. Got my America First OG blue hat a few days ago. I've been looking for every excuse to go out with it. I'm just some gross chud shaped like a potato. But when I put the hat on, I look like Clav. Wearing the hat gives plus 271K to wear and plus 6 million to looks maxing.
Okay.
Northern Cowboy sent $50. A new leaner, cleaner Nick needs a new, better class of woman. Ray Valentina matchup is inevitable. Shmo sent $30. Toby a singer is a genius. He laid out Ezekiel and Amos and now, maybe it really is their land? Yukio Mishima is the goat sent $200. Our MTF Groy pets allowed.
No. But thank you for the big super chat. I appreciate it. But no, I don't think
Charles
so.
Entertainment Crook sent $25. Schopenhauer and Hegel were right about everything. Sifo Stream sent $100. Thoughts on jacking off? Better or worse for you than having a girl in your house? Yukio Mishima is the goat sent $100. I usually can't relax unless there's a tiny Korean woman slurping a live octopus 1 millimeter away from my tympanic membranes. But your live streams really help. Growing around sent $35. Charlie Kirk inspired me to be more pro-Israel. So glad you're the new voice of our generation Zionist movement. Can't wait for the BB interview. Ibleader 99 sent $20. Nick, I'm from MPLS area. The word around town is tomorrow majority of city will be shut down for a long weekend of protests. We shall see how it unfolds. Thank you for covering what's going on here.
Wow.
Social Observer sent $20. Rumble is a honeypot just like Erica Kirk. You fags are donezo. NPM 36 sent $100. The whole club situation wouldn't have been as big of a deal if you weren't there. Both the left and right are so scared of you and your truth. Just another gotcha moment for the true jesters.
True. Thank you for the big
Charles
super
Entertainment
chat.
Kirk sent $20. Would you consider online news days leaning into political theory or philosophy heavy streams? LS Cataline sent $50. Nick,
Never
how are you
ends,
going to tell the
man.
host you have to do after leaving the club? Anakin sent $20. I got friends who send me posts of e-girls who will say based stuff. I check their profile, I see the damn OF link. Comments show so many taking the engagement bait. The movement's getting adopted by fake femcels and our boys are falling for that and age cherry-picked clips that mean nothing. Anyway, God bless America first. Social Observer sent $20. Chris Rumble is harvesting freedom fighters. Muxfim sent $50. Don Lemon will see justice in the afterlife. Average John 93 sent $100. Should have
We want him to go to jail here.
Average
Dummy.
John 93 sent $100. Should have to have a job and ID to vote. Leftist welfare bombs would be out. The government would have to pander to the working class for votes.
Oh, amazing idea. Thank you for the big super chat. A
Sumafa
wellspring
sent
of great
$20.
ideas.
Greetings from New Mexico. Did you see Michael Knowles disavowed Zionism on his show a few days ago? Straight up said just because Jews lived there thousands of years ago doesn't mean they own it now.
If you watch the whole thing, he did not say that, actually. He did not disavow Zionism. I believe he said he supports Israel as a nation state or something.
course
Lion
he
Turtle
does.
sent
He still
$20.
works
By
for
being
Ben
selfish,
Shapiro.
a government is most charitable. By
We know
prioritizing
that.
its own citizens, focusing on itself. To rule a country, God calls Christians to be selfish. Kunder 92 sent $20. Keep up the good work, man. I've got my mom watching the show now. Here's to a better 2026. Keep our eyes on Christ.
So
Reed and
true.
Casey sent $30. Hot take. Greenland is a signal to Taiwan that we doubt our capability to reinforce and defend them. Therefore we grab REM and low-grade chips where we can to avoid China cornering the entire market.
Idiotic.
Ando 1234 sent $20. Andrew Wilson calls those Christian virtue signal influencers sewing circle Christians. It's a fitting name.
That's goofy. I don't like that. I like Andrew Wilson. I don't like the
Debris
name.
3 sent $20. Just wanted to say I really appreciate all the effort you put into the set of the studio, especially seasonally. I think it's pretty neat and well thought out. Hope you have a good night, bro. God bless.
Holy pick me. I just wanted to say I really appreciate all the effort you put into the decorations. I think it's really neat and well thought out. Hope you have a good night. Holy pick me, dude. Hey, I don't have a rage bait super chat. I just want to say I really appreciate you, and I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little wholesome Chungus guy, and it's really neat and well thought out. Have a good night, buddy. Wow, finally a nice super chat. Want to play Fortnite with me? You sound like a really cool and nice guy.
Nicholas Redmond sent $30. Don't worry, guys. JD Vance is having another Indian. The West
It's
is safe.
just pure pain. Pure
Bottom
pain.
1035 sent $20. My black coffee tastes so much better in my AF mug.
Awesome. Thank you.
Social Observer sent $20. Hey Nick, when will you let IT go? No one gives a fuck about left or right politics and we...
Okay.
Social Observer sent
You're
20.
an idiot.
Real Niba 420 sent $20. Shitty ass HC blog coder chads. Mug
I
Cake
don't
Chud
know
sent
what that
$20.
means.
People who claim to not care about politics or say left versus right is what they want to divide us are the fakest people who think they are so enlightened. They are just spineless conflict avoiders.
It really is just an IQ filter, honestly.
Yep.
If you're like one of those people that says they just want to divide us.
Oh my god, that's the
White
fucking
and black
lowest
people
IQ.
fighting while the rich get richer. Left and
Right.
right fighting while the rich get richer. They want to divide. That's just like you are spewing
Yeah, everybody wants to get richer, you fucking moron. The rich aren't bad for wanting to get. I mean, like, I would be doing the same thing.
Marxism. That's just Marxism. That is just Marxist materialism. Okay? Like, that's like a dumb person's idea of like an ascended political worldview. Hey, I got a hot take. They just want the poor people fighting each other while the rich get richer. As
Ooh.
if there would be no division if it wasn't handed down from the elites. Like there's
Right, like, we
always
wouldn't
been
divide ourselves.
strife.
Wow.
There's always been stratification. There's always been conflict and different kinds of identities. People always blaming it on the powers that be. If it weren't for the British Empire, there'd be no war in the Middle East. If it wasn't for the rich, there'd be no racism. If it wasn't for the rich, there'd be no partisanship. Come on.
Diego Pozzo sent $20. This is Diego from Elk Grove, Eel. I'm in California now, though. Help. Fellow white Hispanic. Love the show. Don't tell my GF Gabby.
Cool. Thank
Social
you.
Observer sent $20. For Vendetta sent $20. Hey, I didn't mean to get off on the wrong foot and start the chat insulting that guy Clitoris, but again, huge fan, much love from the Armenian American community. Loudgear sent $20. Here's some hype for the plant trusters. I'm a student at a top law school. We're Berkeley/Duke law adjacent, which means my classmates are going to be running the country. Christian nationalists and pro-whites are everywhere. We've completely taken over FedSoc. Keep up the great work, buddy. We're going to fix this.
I thought like Harvard was at the top. No, but I'm kidding. W law school student. Yeah, Berkeley's good. Duke is good. I'm just joshing.
Faha sent $20. My niggy Nick. Sending support from Denver.
Thank you.
Base 16 sent $20. Fellow Chicago in here. The city is completely trashed. The south side smells like J.D. Vance's kitchen and looks like Fallout. Tired of paying for these degenerate subsidies. Praise Jesus. Brightshoff sent $20. What do you think of Detroit?
It's a shithole.
Asuka fan grow upper but not that one sent $25. You've been a life changer. Convinced me to be less of a femboy fag and lock DFN. Wanga F's only. Brutal hope hill. Fuentes for president O/O/O/. PS Asuka one rail lost.
Okay, W, I guess.
Ciagro win sent $50.
Moving in the right
Nick,
direction.
40-year-old married farmer from CA. I'm the chairperson for this year's Bishop's Ministry of Appeal at my local Catholic
fucking
church. And I just learned a
violence
portion of the money I'm
are
supposed to help raise goes to migrant camps. That doesn't sit well with America First, right? Love your work.
Shit is irritating.
Incredible.
Social Observer
Amazing.
sent $20. Why is Kushner mogging Trump? Boss Bros sent $50. Hey Nick, as a MTF woman, me and my husband both love watching your show. It always gets us aroused and we end up stroking each other. Nick tweeting that video of John Hamm dancing in the
Come
club while
on,
taking a
dude.
shit in Clav's bathroom. Grower percent
It's not
$20.
cool.
Got my Wang shirt today after waiting less than 10 days. Not sure what everyone's complaining about. Also, I was pleasantly surprised by how high quality the shirt was given that it was made by Chinese children with missing fingers. Shout out the nigga Joe. You need to get your shirt now.
Nigga
Purple
Joe.
Massacre sent $50. Who will be our supreme leader?
Old-
Yay,
old
Alex,
nigga
Dave, or
Joe.
someone else? Honestly, you need to
Or nigga
decide.
Jim.
I believe
That's
anyone
the
you
thing,
back will be the
nigga
pick.
Jim. Uncle
Swimmingly
Think
shoe
so?
33. Swimmingly shoe 33 cent
Yeah,
$45.
okay.
My girlfriend on a few years recently left me and is now with one of my best friends from back in the day that also lived with her and I for a while. It hurts. Any advice on healing? I've just come to realize that all I have is God and having her on that pedestal you talk about just made him take her away.
The cope. The cope is
Oh my
amazing.
god.
You gotta leave God out of that one. God's got
Yeah.
nothing to do with it. You probably just
You're
suck.
just a cuck.
You ever think you're just a loser?
Cuck.
I don't know. You gotta think, what does my friend have that I don't have? Bro
Loser.
said God took her away because I put her on a
Wow.
pedestal.
Oh my
Maybe
God,
you
bro.
sound like a pussy.
Yeah.
You sound like a complete pussy. So maybe you just need
And
to
he's like, yeah, I'm
become more
based 'cause
real?
I'm calling out how I was a cuck
become more
before.
of a boss.
No, you're a cuck now too.
That's crazy. Well, why'd she leave you? She didn't leave you for no reason. Is he richer? Is he better looking? That's just the law of the jungle, man.
Big Trouble in Little
And
China.
it sucks,
Kurt
but it is
Russell,
what it
bro.
is. Any advice on healing? He says, how do I heal? How do I heal my broken heart? You'll probably never get over that. That's something you will never get over. Or you will weirdly sexualize it. And that'll become your thing. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. That's never happened to me before, but you probably just have to move to a different city, I guess. I don't know. Get new friends, get a new girlfriend, pretend it never happened. Those are the types of things I think you just have to pretend that they never happened to you. You're never going to get over the fact that she left you because your best friend was better.
Had a bigger
And
wee-wee.
you just have to bury that one. You just have to bury that one and pretend it never happened and take it to the grave. and just try to find a new girlfriend. Just try to take your mind off it. Try to get a new girlfriend. Just pretend it never happened. That's what I would do if I were you. You just can't dwell on it. Anything bad like that, you just can't dwell on it.
Moving.
Dwelling is the enemy.
It is.
You know,
That's how
some
you
things
despair.
happen to us.
Psych yourself out.
They cannot be reversed. We wish they didn't happen.
What do they say? What is it? Give me the strength to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know, and the difference.
Happen, and you just can't dwell on it. You just have to not think about it. Think about the future. Meet new people. Move forward. I think that's all you can do.
Mark Orby Hey Solly Spear sent $20. Why is no one talking about the solution to the cost of living crisis? Regulate financial institutions to definancialize essential goods so prices go back to being constrained by wages.
I think everyone is talking about that, actually.
Mac24121 sent $20. Fresh and fit is being a fag. Saying you threw them all under the bus. You clearly said you love the song while trying to defend dates. He's sort of gay for that.
Who's saying that? Is that happening now? I haven't seen that.
Toot sent $50. You returning my $100 duplicate message last night should be enough to prove that you haven't sold out to the little hats. Love you, bro, and we appreciate what you do. Not that you need the reminder, but you are motivating a majority of your viewers to be better versions of themselves.
What
and that's
does
incredible.
one have to
Never
do
change,
with bro? Bro said, "Oh, you refunded my duplicate super chat. That's proof you're not controlled by the Jews." Okay, I don't know. I don't see the connection, but thank you, I guess.
Toucan D sent $100. Just got my 2 hats in. I'm shocked at the quality. Thank you. Also, it's cowlick, not colic. Not to be gay.
Cowlick. Okay, whatever. Thank you for the big super chat. I appreciate
Social
it.
Observer sent $20.
I'm not a hairstylist. I don't know.
Social
That's your
Observer sent
thing.
$20. Marked with Sneeko and Shiro. Are you all flex and no muss?
Is that a thing? I have not heard of that. You can't ask me. If that happened during my show, I didn't see that, okay?
They were all
Do we talk
fucking
about Musk and his
brown.
grandpa enough? I knew technocracy was a real movement in the 30s, but I didn't know until recently about the picnic from
this
Greenland to
wholesome
Venezuela that they
chungus
advocated for. How is it that the captain of the PayPal mafia is
Wang
also the guy
happening
that saved the
this
world by
way.
restoring free speech on the internet?
Do the Heil Hitler tune with it.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe in all that.
I have-
Boxy. I like that boxy look. The grill looks really cool. I've seen him driving behind me. I always look and I'm like, wow, those look really sharp. So,
Alex Pacheco sent $20. I love whatever the crap this is.
whatever the crap this
Pro Iper's
is.
mom 2020 sent $200. Trump's term has turned out to be all talk, no action, just as you warned it would be. He's the perfect example of talk is cheap, except it's costing America everything. God bless you, Nick.
Thank you for the big super chat. So true, man. I told you. I tried to warn everybody.
Matthew P. is a troll. Please remove him. Sent $20. How come you don't denounce the rampant pedophilia of 25-year-old men dating 21-year-old girls? My 20-year-old sister dated a 25-year-old creep and I beat that creep up. Thankfully, she's
Awesome.
dating a black guy her age now. All is well.
Yes, that's appropriate.
I made cookies. Sent $50. Thanks for helping me get through tough times. You are the best part of my day the past 5 months. You have helped me get sober and turn me into a devout Catholic. Merch is great, by the way. Great quality. S.O. Brown Clown for being a real one to you. Have you seen Candace in that music video, lol?
I did, yeah. W. Brown Clown. We love the Brown Clowns. Thank you very much, man. I'm glad to hear you got sober. Good for you.
ACO sent $20. Can we save Chicago? I'm a first-generation American with parents from Mexico who came here legally. Grew up with low IQ retards in the south side of Chicago. Genuinely lowered my IQ. Help us.
They came here legally. I don't know, man. Well, why don't we get all the illegals out? Then we'll see where we stand with the demographics. Might have to keep deporting people.
Hyperlad sent $20. How do you square away your previous position on Tate and his involvement producing pornography? Do you think these charges are false, or have you bended your moral principles?
I didn't run the OnlyFans thing, and they don't do it anymore. So, and I like them. And I think they're funny, and I think they're courageous, and I think they're correct about women. And I don't agree with what they did. I think that the
allies away.
First of all, you are not the boss of who I'm friends with, and you can be friends with people that have done degenerate things.
Seriously.
Okay, I don't agree with that, and I've told them that.
People change.
And I talked with Tristan about it this weekend. They said that's part of why they shut it down, because they thought it was immoral. But I like other stuff.
They're
that
probably
they
just,
do.
young
so it's got
men.
nothing to do with how is that affecting my moral principles?
Sowing their wild oats, doing their thing.
I don't own everything they've ever done. They're
My
friends
Nick
of
sent
mine.
$20. Nick, thoughts on calling weed going up? It literally is.
I don't know.
Bugman sent $20. Scratch or pinch? W January.
Well, you can't scratch without pinching. It's. Is there any better feeling? Honest to God, is there any better feeling in the whole world? That's what I love about working from home is you could just go to town. You know what the worst thing though is? Can anybody relate to this? Sometimes when I'm on an airplane, my balls itch and I go to itch my balls, but I don't really want to because I don't want people to think I'm like jacking off. Does anybody feel that way? Or am I crazy? Because, when you're on a plane for 3 hours, 4 hours, you know, and you're stuffed in there and you're smushed in, your balls start to itch, and you want to go and itch your balls, but you're in front of everybody. You don't want to look like you're touching yourself. You know what I mean? Anybody else feel that way? I'm always very like, I got to kind of sneak it. I'm like, if I sneak it for like 5 seconds, it won't look like I'm being weird. I don't know. I'm very conscientious of that kind of thing.
The Modern Monarchist sent $20. Nick, my mind is light and lovely tonight. Remember those freaks Carson Wolf and Franco Aurelio? I'm currently eating steak and cheese and organic flour tortillas. So tasty. Man,
Hey.
I love eating this type of food. Sometimes I dream about you. Anyhow, I'm hooking up my mom to the super chat soon. Good luck with her.
Modern Monarchist, good to hear from you, buddy. I think I remember those guys. Yeah, kind of. Such a long time ago. Weren't they supposed to take over? Didn't they have their own group or something and their own conference, and John Doyle went to it? And gosh, it's so long ago. I wonder where they are now. Anyway, thank you for the super chat, though. Good to hear from you, buddy. That's great.
Domo Genesis sent $20. Deport Sneeko. Already got too many Haitian Muslims who don't work.
No, we like Sneeko.
Skinny Bones 2 sent $20.
We like
You mentioned
Sneak.
Arthur Schopenhauer in a video, so I read on women. He had a lot of good observations and points, though I raised a brow when he was glazing Mormons and polygamy at the end.
Well, that means you're not real. So
LSU Grower sent $20. When we moving to Kick?
I might do a kick stream soon.
Poising sent $20. How many gold sponsorships would you need to never have to read a super chat again?
I don't know. I'd have to calculate that.
Santi314 sent $20. Not a conspiracy. I meant what would have to happen for the right to become activated. Kirk didn't do it. COVID didn't do it. So what?
I don't think anything will make us activate. I'm really pessimistic about that.
Gersh sent $20. Hi, Nick. Nick, you have read a lot of many super chats. Of all of the ones you have read, which of all of those of them is your most favorite super chat you have ever read on the show?
I don't
Basement
know.
Dweller sent $20. James Fishback. Yukio Mishima is the GOAT sent $100. Arguably, Kanye was molded into what he is today by porn. And Kanye is pretty based. NGL. This leads me to conclude that porn addiction is based. Hashtag keep Goonie Grow Hyper.
I think there's a flaw in your logic there, but thank you for the big super
Belinda's
chat. I
Tradition sent
appreciate
$20.
it.
You're a hypocrite. Not long ago you said Europeans should be grateful the US you're a traitor. You abandoned Christian nationalism and sold out to Anglo-American Zionist power.
Okay, your phalangist tradition. Okay, brown clown. You sound like some brown clown from Spain. You abandon Christian nationalism. You're counter-signaling America and Anglicans or Anglo-Saxons. Phalangist tradition and bio. You sound like a fucking Portuguese brown clown. Why don't you shut the fuck up and wait for America to save
JMB
you?
Birdie sent $20. Have you watched the documentary Europa The Last Battle? Jordan Gillihan sent $20.
Suicide.
Welcoming my first son soon. Curious on your thoughts on circumcision.
Never commit suicide. Never
Cletus
commit
321
suicide.
sent $20. I
Never
agree that my
commit
abortion take is immoral, but I'm not
Never
wrong.
commit
Working on coming
suicide.
back to Christ and I strive to be better. JS, we don't need more stupid people and blue-haired communists in this world.
Okay, thanks.
Rose have sent
for that.
$100. All they have to do is Google the age of consent in other countries around the world.
So true. Thank you for the
sent
big
$20.
super chat.
Did you see Elon Musk quote tweet Brian Krasenstein?
No, I didn't.
Crypt84 sent $100. Did you Google it? Did you chat GPT it? You fucking kidding me, dude? You've lost all credibility with the real ones for saying this shit.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
bro,
yourself,
whatever.
dude.
Why? Doing research is now losing your credibility? Where did you get your information? From Stu Peters? Seriously, watch another show.
Joan Dark 95 sent $20. Offensive song at the club drama is only a public media shaming event because they do run everything. Banned from Miami Fun, smeared through the news, and bad lectures from Vanilla Pat Bet David. Oy vey the people of perpetual. Theaterish question
real.
sent $50. Colonize Minneapolis and enslave the natives.
True.
Unimportant sent $20. Work the Miami suit into your rotation for the stream. Marco Rubia Hey Solly Spear sent $20. Why is no one talking about the actual solution to the cost of living crisis? As speaker, Bigard 1857 sent $250 for dealing with the retards.
Thank you for the big super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, it's just, it never gets easier.
WNDXB sent $100.
Ever.
Woman here, waving emoji. Watch your show every morning here in Dubai. One of the few actually based shows out there. Respect for standing
It
up for the
is.
dates.
Thank you for the big super chat.
One of the few actual shows with IQ that actually fucking talks about stuff that matters and intellectual arguments. It's the only show like
Yeah,
that.
they're my bros, you know? Look, and they've stuck up for me in the past. They've had my back. They look, you know, and this is where you people really need to humble yourself. You don't know
Yes.
what goes on behind the scenes.
There, but for the grace of God.
And I
Go
know
on.
I am talking to a brick wall here because most of you are bottom feeding numbskulls.
Dude.
But why don't you take a step back and realize that everything that happens does not happen in front of a camera. You don't see everything that happens. You don't know everything that happens behind the scenes. You don't know what it takes to do this. And that's okay. You don't need to know. I'm not here to report all of the challenges we face and all the things that happen. I'm here to talk about the news. But people that watch should have the slightest humility and know that you don't know me in real life. You don't help me in real life. You don't know the challenges I face in real life. So you really don't know what you're talking about when you talk about my relationships with other people. Because in this industry, you do need friends, and you do meet people, and they do help each other, and you do need a coalition. And so all these armchair generals want to watch at home and say, you can't be friends with this one. You can't be friends with that one. You should do this. You should do that. You should humble yourself and realize you don't know half of what it takes
Exactly. And you don't know
to do
everything.
this. And it takes a lot because the Jews do everything they can to prevent it.
They're rich.
But of course, nobody will ever understand that. People just want to talk about things they know nothing about. That's what it is to be an NPC idiot out there, flapping your gums. You think you know everything. You don't. You're an ignoramus, opining on everything. You don't know the half of it. So I appreciate that you acknowledge I have my friends back. You shouldn't be friends. Do you know that they did bad things? Yeah, everybody's done bad things. And who do you think winds up in a position where you're going to say these things? Okay, sorry then. Point me to the upstanding Catholic family man that's done this. Oh, wait, that guy doesn't exist. You want to know why? That guy's a coward. That guy is an over-socialized pussy that doesn't want to piss off his wife, doesn't want to get ostracized by his community, doesn't want to lose opportunities because he wants to live in a big fancy house. So that guy's not here. People say, oh, but the Tates did this, but the Tates did that. You're friends with guys like that? You know what the Tates are doing? They have courageously taken on this struggle, and they have lost almost everything. They have had their assets seized. They have been imprisoned, possibly for decades. They are between jurisdictions, having to have multiple passports. You don't know what that's like. You don't know what that's like to have to pick up and move everything to another country because the police are trying to lock you up. And by the way, people say, oh, well, you know, they're committing crimes. Yeah, a lot of people are committing crimes. They are being targeted because of their politics. They're being targeted because they're standing up against gynocracy. They are being persecuted because they're standing up against the woke, liberal, pro-Israel thing. That is why they're political targets, because they are talking about feminism. They're talking about the Matrix. That's why they're being targeted. And you have all these people that from the comfort of their Jewish paid-for homes and platforms are going to say, oh, well, that guy's a degenerate. Okay, family man. Well, when you're ready to step up to the Jews and big woman, then we'll all get behind you in your morally perfect life. Until then, that's what we got. So, you know, when you're in the foxhole, you're not interrogating everybody. Hey, what are the skeletons in your closet? When you're in the foxhole, you're looking for people that are brave. You're looking for people that are brave, people that have skin in the game, people that have made sacrifices to tell the truth, people that are effective. That's why Tate is being persecuted, because he's effective, and
yes.
he is
we need guys
hardcore,
that can get,
and because he's reaching the youth.
Results, man.
And you get all these moral fags that want to say,
none of this equivocating
that's the wrong kind of guy. That's the bad kind of
guys
guy.
get shit
Oh,
done.
really? You
Make it
speak
happen.
out against feminism. You influence an entire generation of kids. And we'll see what happens to you. We'll see how you handle it when you lose everything. We'll see how you handle it when you're put in prison.
Sack
we'll
up,
see what
bitch.
happens to your little wholesome Chungus life.
Ooh.
When DCOT is knocking on your door for the 5th time and they're breaking down the walls, then we'll see how you handle it, and we'll see the skeletons in your closet.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody wants to get their hands dirty.
Nah.
That's the part that really bothers me, because it's so easy to have the moral high ground. It's so easy to be the good guy. It's so easy when you don't get your hands dirty because you're not fighting the power. That's easy. You know how easy it is to like what everybody else likes, to do what everybody else does, to have the same opinions that everybody else has, to have your normal life, and be a mediocrity, be under no pressure, have no fans, have no enemies, have no battles, and then get up on your soapbox and wag your finger and point out people's flaws. That's easy. What's hard is to be in the battle. It's hard to be taking the slings and arrows. It's hard to be telling the hard truths and to be so successful that you make enemies. that are actually trying to get you to stop by any means necessary. That's hard. And when you're in an environment like that, it costs everything because you have to then think about everything you've ever done, anyone you've ever trusted. You have to be auditing everybody you know.
You have to have the fucking Rolodex of that shit.
And they test you. They take away everything that you care about, and it tests a person.
Yeah.
And you got all these people, these piggies. You get all these couch potatoes sitting around with their comfortable, unremarkable existence, and then they want to judge and say, oh, he should have doubled down. Or they say, oh, well, he's a pimp. Oh, well. Okay, well, where are you in this fight? And all that is to say, you don't expect that everybody's going to be a rich and famous influencer and everything like that, but there should be a little bit of humility, which is to say, if somebody is fighting and sacrificing, that should actually make up for some things.
Benefit
in
of
some way.
He's doing the right thing.
If you've actually
today.
bled for the movement, and by that I mean you've actually lost things, you've made sacrifices, that should count for something. We can't be hand-waving away and say, oh, we didn't really like him. He did a thing I don't agree with.
He went the less traveled route.
And you know what? Andrew Tate has had my back. He's looked out for me in the past. He's given me good advice. That's a real friend. I got other people, they'll flip on me if I say the wrong thing. If I say something you don't agree with, you're going to say, oh my gosh, he took the paycheck, and you're going to log off. And you're going to go back, because I'm just a jester to you. Andrew Tate is a real friend of mine that I've now actually met and who's actually helped me in the real world. And so have many of these other people too. So that's where a little humility comes in. People need to recognize we all have our part to play in this battle.
Topher 253 cent $20. They are with Fresh and Fit all talking shit. Watch it right now. AF.
Who's all of them?
Yukio Mishima is the GOAT sent $20. I think the most based and crisp-built response to the USA taking Greenland is the EU taking Israel. Amen. 14 resent $20. You must really love Sneeko to bless his house. I only take a shit at my house or a close friend's house.
Well, I took a shit at Clav's house. I took a shit at Clav's because it's not his house. He's renting it. So I didn't want to go to Andrew Tate's house because they're leaving. Do you know how awkward that is? Like we're dropping somebody off at their house and you go tap them on the shoulder. Hey, I got to go to the bathroom. That's so oralist. You can't be like, hey, I know you think you're about to leave the party and go to your house and go to bed. Can I come into your house, take a shit in your bathroom, and then you can't do that. Now, we were going to spend some time at Clav's house, so I said, I'll just wait. I'll take a shit at Clav's house. I'll join the stream, then we leave. Also, he's living with multiple people. He's renting the house.
I just got those fucking
and Clav is
elite
younger.
Human capital
Tate is older,
genetics.
more famous.
Motherfucking genetic
I'm not going to
lottery.
shit in Andrew Tate's house. Anyway. So.
Raina Rogers sent $20. I can be your personal ball scratcher. Love you, Nick. Also, if it ain't white, it ain't right.
You know, it just wouldn't be the same.
Death Spring sent $20. You kinda talk like Trump.
Do I?
Deadass Dom sent $20. Ben Shapiro in his first TV appearance playing a piece from the soundtrack of Schindler's List with his little violin at an Israel convention.
Yeah, we've all seen that. Okay, first time.
Zines 1234321 sent $50. Date lawyer is now hired by the Trump administration. That is the real reason he not in prison. He also fled UK in 2015 for being RIP to Romania. Then acts like a normal Florida Jew and pimps girls.
W.
Phalanges Tradition sent $40. I'm not brown. You idiot. I'm literally whiter than you. Funny ho. A few months you were saying Spain has the greatest history in all of Europe.
There
You're
it
Catholic.
is. There
Last
it
name's Fuentes.
is.
Even exists because of Spain.
And there it is. Brown clown. Everyone laugh at the brown clown. I'm not brown, you idiot. Okay, you're Spanish. Bro, you are brown. I'm whiter than you because I have Irish DNA. Irish are some of the whitest people in Europe. We are pure Celt. My whole family got bleached. I got bleached. My Mexican grandfather got bleached. That's why I have green eyes, pale skin, and brown hair. Because my pure Irish Celtoid DNA seeped through the generations. And that's why I have pure Irish phenotype. I have a red beard. I have green eyes.
Absolutely.
And you're some brown clown. What color are your eyes, brown clown? You're whiter than me. What color are your eyes?
I've always had gray hair. Since I was like 14, it started going gray.
What color are your eyes, brown clown? Tell me, please. You probably have a mat of thick, dark hair, brown eyes. You probably have an olive complexion, phalanges tradition. You sound like a brown clown. Just shut the fuck up and bring me my tapas. Just shut up and bring me my ham. Didn't ask for your opinion. Bring me my almond cake. Bring me my almond cake in my hand, brown clown. Bring it forth. Your Keltoid superior is in town. I'm kidding. We love the Spanish, but don't ever step to me like that again. We love the Spanish. I love Spain. It's a great country. I've been there. I love it. Spain is amazing. I'm actually Portuguese, you know? Now, my 23andMe says I'm Portuguese, I guess. I guess I got to give my friend Afonso a call and let him know. I guess I'm 10% Portuguese, but don't diss me like that, okay? Just give us the almonds, give us the ham. What's that pig they make? They make like a roast pig that's really good. But anyway, that's fine.
Native American.
I love the seething.
Native American sent $25. Just throwing you support. I think it's hilarious you expose these conservatives as liberals when they tell you what you can and can't say. CMS 9919 sent $20. Is this where I send a super chat? Lol, if it is, God bless you, Nick. Been watching you since the YouTube days.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Let's see.
Phalanges Tradition sent $25. Not forget that just a few months this guy was praying for Christians being slaughtered in Palestine, and now this idiot is basically cheering for Trump's ampere. You're an anti-Christian Mossad agent.
Okay, you're just a Eurocuck. Yes, America controls the world. This does not concern you. What happens in Venezuela, what happens in Greenland is not your concern. How many nukes do you have? None. Shut the fuck up. How many submarines do you have? None. Shut the fuck up. How many aircraft carriers? That's what I thought. Now, one last time, what color are your eyes? Because if you're coming to me with brown eyes, opinion discarded. Don't tell me about Anglo nothing if you're coming to the party with brown eyes. Okay, brown clown? You have no submarines. You have no nukes. You have no carriers. You have brown eyes. Don't give me this third worldist Eurocuck nonsense. America's an empire. And I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry that you lost. But yeah, we gotta, I don't know. I'm still waiting for the super chat about the color of your eyes. Let's hear that first. All right, well, that's our last super chat. That's going to do it for me. Sheesh, brutal super chats. Remember to smash the follow button, smash a like button, leave a comment. I'm on the air Monday through Friday. Get your quarter zip, fresh in stock, shipping in 2 to 4 weeks. They're very cool. I'm going to be wearing this one tomorrow. Thank you to our top super chatters. Huge special thank you to Big Red. Oh, we still don't have
tuning in tonight there, fellas.
The what do you call it? Eye color super chat. Huge special thank you to Big Red 1857 for all the massive super chats. Yukio Mishima, the GOAT, Social Observer, Groiper, Mom, B-Toot, Chris Knopp, Phalanges Tradition, even though he's a brown clown, Texan Tail.